from the basement of Geek Public Radio and the bowels of the internet. That's right, it's Friday night. That means it's the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio.
The Madison County Relay for Life. Team Brown.
Woohoo!
One of these days I'll understand what that's all for. I understand what it's for, but how they get money for it and all that stuff, I don't really get. I know teams, they...
it's for cancer, right?
Yes.
Cancer research?
Yep. And I know that some people get donations for every lap.
Yep.
Or some people just give $10, $20. And then I know the people the teams that have booths set up, or tents or canopies or whatever, they have like cookies and brownies.
I want a cookie.
Go to the Team Relay for Life and buy one.
Well, I can't.
Stafford!
I thought about running out there earlier, just seeing that. I realized it didn't start till 6. So
yeah, 6 to 10:30.
Hey, we can have half hour.
So anyway, if nobody's doing anything, why chew in your mouth or in your ear? Num, num, num.
Nums. Nums.
If you're not doing anything, go out and support the Madison County Relay for Life.
Keep us on your headset, though.
Yep, or phones.
Help Blair's out.
You know, somebody did have my wife, actually said we should go out there one year and broadcast. Mm-hmm. Even if we can, just Facebook Live it. Mancave supports breast cancer,
Or the whole station,
like
but
we like boobies. We're here for the boobies. But
or the whole station, but or you can be,
Well, I mean, you got Heather's family. A couple of them there are cancer survivors. So
is my wife.
Your wife.
Me too.
So
pound me too.
It's not
something totally different.
It's a cause that's basically touched every family I know.
I have a dog rug right in front of me. I have a speed bump.
He's like, I love people.
You might want to explain that the dog's just laying there. You really don't have a dog rug. You're not that cruel.
Yes, I am. But I don't have... Oh, I do have my knife on me. I can get him. But we should go out there and broadcast one year to show support. Yay, boobies.
We're booby supporters.
Can we have a thing, the Man Cave supports Show Me the Tatas? I don't think the Madison County will like that.
Not quite sure that will fly.
Anyway,
if
Bill's listening, which he should because he's not here.
Everybody else is.
I don't think he's
what was it, Brant's a couple years ago? My wife usually goes up there and she gets the shirts because they support.
You talking about the ones that says Save the Tatas?
Yeah, one of them said Save Second Base.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But they come up with neat sayings for...
there was a girl here in Alexandria that wore that to support her mom who just survived breast cancer.
Yeah.
She had a shirt that said Save the Tatas. It was the pink shirt with the bow on it.
Yeah.
They made her take it off. Because it said Tatas.
I'm not surprised. At school?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they're racist.
I don't think that's how it works.
It works for everybody else.
It's a sexual innuendo.
You
know what? I'm going out the other window, so just get my... No, so they made the mom come and bring her clothes. She goes, you know what? I'll just come and get her. How you like that?
Well, no, then she gets charged
Absence?
An absence, and too many of those, and she has to take the year over. And
not really.
RJ did.
There was there is, and I'm pretty sure Shenandoah or Bobby could back me up on this, but there was a girl at Madison Grant missed 86 days.
They passed her.
Yep. Actually, probably more than that because they said that she missed over 3/4 of the year and still passed.
I don't see how.
Schools can't hold you back anymore. They're not allowed. It's the parents' responsibility. And since she lives with a grandmother.
Yeah, I had a child that was held back, and they talked to us and said that our recommendation is to hold her back, and we talked about it, and we decided that, and it was the best thing we could have done for that child. But it was at an early age.
Right, so is mine.
So, at an early age, and by doing that, put her on par with, maybe better off with the rest of the kids, because she's basically almost a straight A student now. Has been forever.
Awesome. We decided that with ours that if they continue down the path that they're on now, they're going to repeat next year. Because we won't send them to high school that far behind.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, our problem is they don't like turning shit in.
Exactly.
Oh no, my son would do the homework. I'd watch him do the homework, and it never get like, why are you doing it and not turning it? Like, you're just doing it to do it, and like you're not even getting credit for it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where it's at. You pull out like the locker or whatever, and it was like stacks and stacks of like old homework that he got done and just crammed in the thing, and like,
well,
so you're doing homework just to do it at this point. You're not getting credit for it. They're still giving you Fs.
At our situation was it would be in his folder to go turn in, or on the other hand, you know, they have the laptops, and the teachers would submit them on the laptops. Well, if you're not there the day that she submits it, it doesn't pop up.
Yep.
You know, and at that age, go ask the teacher. Hey, I wasn't here yesterday. What do we do? And then they'll send it.
Yeah. He wouldn't ask.
Nope.
Oh, I missed a day. That was a free day. I didn't have to do nothing.
You know, I don't care for the laptops. I don't care for the iPads. I don't care for any of that shit. You know.
But they don't have enough. Even if they went with books, they didn't have enough to. Why didn't you bring your book home? We're not allowed to bring them home.
Yeah, they don't have enough.
Why? Because there's not enough.
Well, what do I pay for?
What the hell are we paying for? I mean.
Now you're paying for a new wing.
Yeah.
And a secondary gym.
Yep. If they have enough money, they'll put the secondary gym up.
Telling me $19 million won't build a wing?
Well, you know, the fact that they got rid of a perfectly fine gym
School?
school that's just sitting out in the country now, and some people live in the outhouse.
No. They're also getting rid of the other elementary school that they just refurbished.
Right?
All brand new air conditioners.
Now, I can tell you.
And new roof.
I don't know how the rest of school stayed open as long as it did.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Because
I think the roof was falling in, wasn't it?
I went down the basement once, and they said, I
Your
was with my uncle, and he said, really don't even look at anything, and anything you see, don't mention it. It was horrible shape. Just the whole building.
Well, I remember originally they were going to close it to our students, but when the migrant students come in, they were going to open it to that. What? Wait, what? They're still kids.
Yeah, regardless of where they're from or who they are, it's still kids.
You know, one screams help, the other one tries to say help, but nobody understands it. That's fair.
Well, no, you know, this is the same place that, you know, that whole building next door, the floor is, yeah, that's not really helping. The whole floor, it looks like a honeycomb of pillars just to keep the floor from falling in. It's got like 37 supports in the basement, just so the floor doesn't go.
Nice.
And it's perfectly rentable. Like they're totally people in it now. And I was like, you know, all it takes is me to just be like in a bad mood, hook my Tahoe up and yank all those supports out. The whole house will fall down.
Where's Jimmy? Why? Because Jimmy's 300 pounds. He's not going in that room. Why? Because if he does, the room will eat him.
Right?
No more
the house falls in.
Mr. and Mrs. Jimmy, I'm sorry, your son's dead. What happened? He fell through the floor.
He fell through the floor. Well, a few years ago, they had to report that one guy dead because he was asleep in his house. The sinkhole blew. So you remember that? Florida?
The house ate him?
Yeah. They couldn't find him.
What happened? Well, he was in... Oh, the roommate found the room, opened the door, and it was a big hole.
Yeah.
You remember that out in California?
No, it's Florida.
Was it Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He didn't hear it overnight. He just knew he hasn't seen the roommate in 2 days, and goes and knocks on the roommate's door and opens the door, and
it's gone.
It's gone.
Sinkhole.
I am not.
You would think that they would know that the area is prone to that, and you wouldn't build a house there. Of course, I'm also talking about a government that thought New Orleans was a good place to build a town.
And bury him.
Well,
we'll bury people here.
That was the French.
Well, yeah.
We bought it.
That's the French's fault. This fucking phone is going to kill me.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you show up, and it's like, oh, this looks like a perfect place, and the Indians are like, you don't want to go there.
It's like it's below the water level.
So that floods. We don't go there. Oh, that's okay. We're different than you. We're smarter. Not really.
I'm going to spend $15 million on an anti-flood building, and I'm going to spend there, blah, blah, blah. What do you mean it's gone?
What do you mean it flooded?
Hurricane what?
The pump shut off. City's flooded.
It happens.
Hey, like I said, it was all. I blame everything on the French. We bought it from them.
I got one better
They
than
built
that.
it.
Indianapolis.
Okay.
Families out swimming. Families on the bank. They decide to let their 6-year-old with a strong current try to swim to the
Columbus.
sand barge.
Indiana.
Huh?
Columbus, Indiana.
Yeah. Then, current pulls said 6-year-old down the river. Right? Parents start trying to get to it. They're searching for the kid. They stop searching for the kid. Mm-hmm. Next morning, we think he may be still alive. We're going to start searching again.
That was a really cold night.
Wait a minute. You let him be MIA for another 12 hours before you search again because he might be alive. He might have been alive 12 hours ago. You
Or
really think
he's
a
now in
6-year-old
Kentucky.
Yeah, he's somewhere. Gator got him.
It's a gator.
They're gators. But, I mean, come on. You're sobbing crazy because you watched your 6-year-old kid disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Then you expect the worst. And then some dumbass cop comes up and says, well, we think he might still be alive.
What is the thing that goes, the river that goes through Marion?
Wabash?
Is it the Wabash? I thought it might have been the Mississinawa River.
Mississinawa, maybe.
Is it?
Because they got the gates and whatever where
The floodgates?
Yeah, like right there in town.
I know White River doesn't go that high.
No, but so we were out I was there at probably 10 years old, and we had the camp out next to the thing and next to the gates, whatever. And they were like, "Okay, you can go get your feet wet, yada yada yada." And I stepped out and slipped, and the current because the gates were open.
Yes, Mississinawa.
The gate, I went,
Gone.
and I was 100 yards downriver before I popped up.
Well, that's just like the ocean.
And I finally hit something where I could get my feet underneath me and go.
Pop yourself up.
And, of course I got grounded. And I was like, I didn't even intend to. Like, well, I just slipped.
Well, it's like you go to the
everybody's
ocean.
scared to death.
For anybody that's ever been to the ocean, you go in at point A.
You come out.
Come out at point C, D, E, or F. The current will push you down the damn beach.
Depends on how far out you go.
Yeah. And which direction you go. If you go out to your waist, you'll go to the left. You go out to your head, you go to the right.
That's how they solved part of the illegal immigrants coming into San Diego. They just extended the wall another 100 feet out in the ocean. Seriously, made them go out in the riptide.
Yeah, they're like, no.
They quit coming around. And
you know what? Cuba's not that bad.
it used to be they had to walk around. All they had to do was walk out in the ocean, go around the fence, and come back up. Well,
Yeah.
they extended out to make them go in the riptide.
They don't want to fight it.
Odds are they're not going to fight it.
Need to build one of them cars. That's what we need. I've decided that, since the embargo with Cuba is over,
It's not yet, is it?
it's most of it.
It's relaxed.
It's
but they're
relaxed.
still
You still can't get cigars.
You can. You can go there, and you can bring back one box per person.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yes.
I'll bet you $100.
No, because I would just watch people do it. And I was offered a box of Cuban cigars. They said I can get one box per person.
According to the cigar store that I talked to, which doesn't mean shit. This is the guy.
I'm going to say because he doesn't want to pay for, no, but you can go there and buy them there and bring them back. You can't order from there and have them send them to you.
You bring them back as personal use.
He said they were illegal.
No. You can bring a box back.
But I wouldn't want that fine. But anyway, I mean, we need to bring a damn mechanic that's over here.
See,
Well,
tobacco products from Cuba
Tobacco
products from Cuba are among the goods allowed under the new trade normalization under Obama announced it eased restrictions and bring home $100 worth of cigars.
That's one cigar.
No, it's a box. If you buy them from Cuba, that's one box of cigars.
Damn tariffs. It's Trump's fault, I tell you.
You can also bring back Cuban rum instead, but you can only do one or the other. But it has to be personal use.
I'd have to go with the cigars.
I make Angie bring back the rum.
Gets the cigar, she gets the rum. Why is all the rum gone? Because Angie drank it! But no, I was talking to the, that cigar guy down there in Bloomington when we were down there for Krampus.
Right.
had the Ferrari in his cigar.
Yeah,
store.
it's because he didn't want to. He can't buy them as a distributor.
He said that he couldn't buy them if anybody was caught bringing them back. It was $100 fine per cigar.
No, it's now there's a fine if you bring back more than if you buy more than you're supposed to and trying to bring them back. Then it is a fine.
What is that? It's not a Cuban cigar, I'll tell you that.
Well, no, that's when you go with a whole group of people.
It's an Ecuadorian cigar.
And then you turn around and you're like, okay, this is your box, this is your box, this is your box. I'll buy them all. You're bringing this crap in.
Does Cuba use the dollar?
No.
Hello, Google.
I don't even know if they use toilet paper.
No, that's
It's a peso.
Is it a peso?
It's a Cuban peso
A Cuban peso.
with Che Guevara on one of them.
Bless you.
He's a hero.
Yeah, he only killed gay people and blacks and anybody he didn't like. And
How dare you besmirch his name?
with history.
No.
How dare you besmirch his name with the truth?
Well, I don't like that. Take it down.
I've noticed that if anybody, when certain groups of people, I won't mention names, but if you show them truth and talk to them about truth, they get pissed and leave. You're fighting me with truth. I'm leaving.
You're using all the...
You're a racist.
Quit using your words.
You're a racist. Wait, what? Who?
Or even the better part of it is when especially talking about like Che Guevara and Cuban, like the treatment and whatnot. When you bring a human, like somebody who came back and like who got away from it and talked about, let them talk about it. Oh no, that's like you've never been there. They're talking about what they've experienced, and you're calling them out on it.
Yeah,
I think you need to back up.
Go up to the Vietnam vet. I know more about the Vietnam War than you do.
It's just one of those things.
That's not going to end well.
No,
I have in-laws who are they're not in-laws. I mean, like they're. I don't. What would your sister's in-laws be considered? Do you?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yep.
Well, my sister's in-laws are all from Cuba. They all remember, like leaving and what they were part of that biggest child movement thing, whatever. Because people were being killed.
Nope. They were just put to sleep permanently.
Well, they did say this was last year. I'm not really getting into sort of sports, but Kaepernick. They was talking about what teams would sign him. They asked somebody from Miami, would Miami ever sign him? They said no. As soon as he put on the Castro shirt, said he just ruined any chance of coming to Miami. He said now the younger generation that didn't come from Cuba wouldn't think anything about it. But said there's plenty of people that came from Cuba, and as soon as he put that shirt on, it didn't matter. He better never come to Miami.
Did you know
because they
that,
remembered what it was like.
Speaking of Kaepernick, he got his lawyers together and they're suing the NFL if he does not get a NFL team offer.
Hey, you know what? That's if that actually goes and it wins, I'm suing a lot of people for not giving me a job.
Yeah. And then there's a guy from,
and I'm going to use that as case, like, hey, based on precedents.
Yeah, exactly. Kaepernick set precedents, people.
He's either from the.
You didn't give me a job, I'm suing you.
Shit, I'm going to get this wrong and somebody's going to blast me for it. It's either the Raiders or the Redskins. It was an R, I think. It was either Rams, Raiders, or Redskins. He's trying to get 20% of the players in the NFL now to sit out the season.
Okay.
Until Kaepernick's given a job.
Hey, you know what? If they do, what happened to baseball?
Right. Here's the thing. Okay.
I'm not really planning on watching anyway.
They get 20% of the players that actually do that from all the teams. You as an owner, a multi-billion-dollar owner, your star player says, "Screw you, I'm sitting out." What's the first thing you're going to do?
Out.
Okay, you're cut.
You're
no longer
booting
pay you
his
the
ass
salary.
to the thing and hiring somebody underneath him.
Violation of contract.
You just violated your contract. Yeah.
Boom, you're out. Everybody's gone. Hey, it worked good in the TV or in the movie. We'll just hire replacements and get everybody to.
Right, because like Jerry Jones, because that's a popular team, the Dallas Cowboys. His star player says, I'm sitting out because I'm supporting Kaepernick.
If you're sitting out for anything but an injury,
you know
or
what?
doctor's orders.
You have that right. I'll give you that right. But your contract says you'll play, and I pay you to play. So I'm not paying you to play. Well, that's breach of contract on your part. No.
You breached the contract by not playing.
So I'm going to release you, and I'm going to hire this guy that instead of paying you $20 million a game, I'm going to pay this guy $20,000 a game.
We might lose, but goddamn,
And we might lose the whole season.
But we're saving money.
Like I said, I haven't
And I'll
followed
be
the NFL
able
for
to-
a couple of years, but I have heard that
I'll get another
players
hot tub.
are getting guaranteed money in their contracts. I wonder if there's something that, if that would breach the guaranteed money clause. I mean, you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I mean, it's just...
If they're guaranteed money, you know, if they get hurt,
They got to get their
career
$47
ending,
million or whatever the contract is guaranteed.
Yeah, but
Right, but they're all.
if they don't,
no contract says that you're guaranteed this money, even if you are able to play, but you
I wonder how
don't.
that would work.
yeah, I just
You
I'm
have
honest.
to finish so many
Right,
hours
so, you know,
unless you're injured.
I don't think they say that because it says, you know, this guy got an 8-year contract of $102 million, $47 million guaranteed. Which means I sign the contract, I go outside, stub my toe, and it breaks.
Yeah, but you're medically unable to
medically
play.
I'm just saying. So, but
If
I'm
you
just
just
saying,
turn around and
once
say,
you
"I'm not
sign it,
playing,"
once you sign it,
well, it's like I'm not playing.
Well-
I'm not paying.
could you get a doctor in that dirty NFL to say, yeah, he can't play, it's a medical reason?
Yeah, but I can turn around as an owner and get 37 doctors to turn around and say he can totally play.
I'm sure they've got some kind of clause in there saying that if you just set out,
Right. You don't have the opportunity.
that your guaranteed money is no longer guaranteed.
You know, and it's the same thing everybody's bitching. Well, they have the right. It's freedom of speech. You are correct. It is freedom of speech.
Other than
But-
everything that the NFL's other
It's
freedom
only
of
freedom of
that they
speech
squash.
if you agree with me.
Well, no, it's not even that.
Because they wouldn't support the whole wearing the colors for the fallen Dallas officers.
Right.
They wouldn't support
So let's ask.
breast cancer. They wouldn't support anything else. They actually find players for doing it.
Let's
A long list of it.
Oh,
so
the
why is
9/11?
this one?
Yeah.
yeah. Let's ask Mr. Stafford, who's now sitting in with us. Hello, Stafford.
Hey.
Okay, you as an ex-state employee, go in, clock in,
Uh-huh.
and you go, you know what? I'm just not feeling it anymore. I'm going to sit and protest. And you sit down and protest and don't do your job. What's the first thing they're going to do to you?
The first thing they're going to do to me?
Right.
They being the management or they being the
They
other
being the
staff?
management.
Oh, you can go home.
Right. And not pay you.
Right.
Now,
But
you're offended.
But
Here comes a union point.
yes, it is. Because they actually done that to, I think it was Rob they done that to. Said, you know, well, if you're not going to do that, you go home. He went home. Well, they didn't tell him that, you know, that they weren't going to pay him, so he got paid for that day.
Oh, nice. I knew it was a union thing.
That was the last
As soon
time.
as he goes, but.
I was saying, like, turn around, but the fact is that there should be something in the contract saying that if you don't, we'll pay you this money, but you have to perform this job.
But here's the
Right.
difference.
On
though.
either
You're
side
if you're
of
not
things.
performing that job, you're breach of contract.
You
Right.
do not have freedom of speech as long as you're on the clock. You are
Correct.
working for the government,
Correct.
and you're aligned to the government, or you're working for Jim, and I'm working for Bestway. I cannot decide at that certain point to pull my truck over and go, Trump sucks!
If you're working for the government, okay, like as a state employee,
Well, you're already
I
getting
wasn't even
screwed,
allowed
so-
on the I wasn't allowed on the clock to do any kind of. There was no political discussion, nothing. You couldn't,
Right.
You know, you couldn't in any way represent the department or the facility in any of your own personal political leanings.
Right, but you can't protest, you can't do anything while you're on the clock because you're being paid to perform a service.
That the job that I done, you couldn't even strike, even if you know,
Yeah.
that was part of it. You know, that's why we were in the unity
But
team.
that's what-
The idea was UAW'd strike for us, which never fucking happened.
That's what
But-
people don't understand. They have the right to protest. You are correct.
You have the right to your personal
But
opinion and everything. When
You
it's
are working for
not-
somebody else.
Exactly.
You can't protest unless they say, all right, everybody's down, we're locking all these bitches away so we can go protest.
Right.
Then you have permission to protest. That's what people don't get, man. Are you an indentured servant? Yes. Are you a slave? Yes. White privilege.
Okay, I don't know where you went just now.
I'm just saying, unless your boss says you can protest, you can't protest because they're paying you.
Well, common sense should.
Ah!
It's your job. Do your job. Do whatever you want on your own time. On your own time.
You just said two words that nobody understands.
NFL and common sense. You're absolutely right.
Common sense.
What's that?
Right. It offends me.
It's not that common.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm going to take it as an insult, so now I'm going to kick your ass. Kevin Hart. But no, that's what
That
people
can be
don't
fun,
get.
too.
They have the right to protest. NFL players have the right to protest. Exactly right. When they're not playing.
Right.
Because those owners are paying them money.
But if they choose to protest when they're supposed, when they're supposed to be playing, if that's how they want to do it, well, when contract renegotiations come up, everybody's going to find themselves without a job.
Why do you mean I'm making $87 million? No, now you're making $20
There
million
were
because
entire
you only played half the time.
There were entire movies made about NFL teams, not being able to field, replacements. Was it necessary roughness? Was that another one?
Yeah, that
Necessary
was
roughness where the college got busted.
Yeah.
Yep.
They weren't allowed to pay the money to get the big players.
It's going to take one NFL team that decides to do something that route, because I'm sure there's a lot of Mr. T's out there just sitting on the stoops that are angry and ready to go back, want their shot.
I can guarantee you it's not going to be New England. It's not going to be Dallas, even though I'd love to see Dallas. It's not going to be a big name. It's going to be like Cleveland Browns,
Yeah.
a team that doesn't win.
Yeah, somebody that doesn't win that says, okay, you know what? You guys weren't going anywhere anyway. You're out.
See you.
Mid-season, okay, you got a week to field the team.
Coach calls, hey, Humphrey, what? You used to run a 4.4 or a 4.4
Right.
40. You want to play? Coach, that was 25 years ago. I'll pay you $20,000. I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jim, I'm taking a break vacation. Why? I'm going to go play for the Cleveland Browns.
For $20,000 a game.
Who?
Right.
Yeah, the thing is, there are a bunch of guys on most of those. They would never cut an entire team because there's plenty of guys
Who would do it.
that don't do it, that
Yeah.
don't agree with what's being done.
The entire scrub team would go, yo,
Oh,
Right.
they've got it.
$20,000 a game?
Yeah.
I'm making $20,000 a year.
There's a reason you have those alternates.
It's like the LA Lakers played that one guy for that one game.
Mm-hmm.
He made $40,000 a year last year for being on the scrub team.
Yeah.
He played one game and made $40,000.
Mhm.
Think he wasn't happy?
Oh, yeah.
You cut who? I don't give a shit. I'm playing. Hey, Mom, I'm going to be on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got every NFL team has a practice team.
Yeah, they have the squads, and then they have the what do they call it? They call it. It's the they have the practice teams that are people that are almost good enough, and then they have the people that they practice against that are nowhere near Canadian Football League potential.
I think the owners would be surprised at the boost that their team would receive just
Oh,
by saying, you know what,
God.
we're done with this shit.
They did this year.
Start kicking them out or what have you, and fielding the other players. And you know what? They took a hard line against it. People might start showing up.
It's to be
Didn't
true.
the Colts have one guy kneel and he wasn't there the next week?
Yes,
I don't know.
yes. They
I
had a
actually don't watch
linebacker that
football, so-
kneeled.
I think that's the only thing I remember from the
They
season.
kneeled,
really,
and then
because
they
that made normal.
they
normal
released him.
moves. Yeah.
Ursay goes, "We're not having that here.
Right.
You can go do that somewhere else." I don't even think he got picked up anywhere else.
Probably not.
And here's a little throwback to another show, but we're talking about the NFL. And as soon as one of the NFL lawyers claimed that the Super Bowl is rigged, he was found shot, gangland style execution in New York.
Since we're on the radio, you're doing air quotes.
Yes, quote unquote, gangland style execution.
Was it a Clinton supporter?
He was shot in Midtown Manhattan, found dead, slumped over the wheel of his car.
New York,
it was a
Clinton
Clinton
supporter.
supporter.
Well, the
I'm
thing
a
is
lawyer.
that-
I'm going to release stuff about the Clintons.
He's like, I'm a he's an NFL lawyer who said the Super Bowl is rigged.
Hello.
Was found dead Midtown Manhattan in behind the wheel of his BMW. Just
You know that's what's going to happen. I'm going to release stuff about Hillary Clinton. Hello. That's all you're going to hear.
well, no, you're gonna be like I'm gonna meet somebody in public. I'm not gonna talk to anybody in private. Yada yada. There's no way they're gonna. Person found dead committed suicide by shooting themselves in the back of the head.
Three times.
in Central Park.
Three times. in the
he
back of the
emptied
head.
he emptied a revolver
To the
into his head.
Yeah.
Nobody else heard it. Nobody heard or seen a thing.
That was a Johnson thing that happened in Texas.
Yep.
Ruled suicide, emptied the revolver into his head.
Yeah. It was a seizure. Once you shot the first one, the body did the muscle retention or something.
Yeah,
Muscle reflex.
Muscle memory. Yeah.
Well, the thing
Even
is,
though like physics would dictate like boom 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 boom.
the NFL has proven that they're just like politicians because they're just looking at this group that's in Los Angeles and this group that's
Right.
in San Francisco and this group that's up in Portland, Oregon, and they
Right.
forget about everything
Every-
between the coasts.
Everything
Now,
else.
Wait a minute. You ever shot yourself in the back of the head?
No, I've shot in general.
Ah! Have you ever shot yourself in the back of the head?
No, I've shot
You
in
don't know
general.
what you're talking about.
I just let my arm go boom 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 boom.
Next witness. If you've never shot yourself in the back of the head, you can't have this argument.
I don't know. I can shoot you in the back of the head, and let's find out.
I pray for the sweet release of death rings. Let's do this! I'm psyched about it!
Most married people do.
Oh, God. I'm happily married.
Yeah. Most married people say that, too.
But no, it's just like, you look at some of these judges or coroners, they're like, dude, that was a hit. They did, who is that? What? No, they killed themselves. Oh, no, my 30 years experience says, I said it's an accident. Oh, God. I guarantee you if I ever did that, I'd never answer. I'd be Howard Hughes.
I guess with those emails and stuff that come out some of this week, like,
Answer
it
with the
was
gun.
actually proven that when Comey come out and said that they weren't going to pursue Clinton because they think she was just an idiot not worth pursuing for charges.
Yeah.
I guess now they're saying that he decided it on his own.
Yeah, they said
but they released it, said he was an idiot, and he was dumb for saying it out loud.
No, because he
but
said
he didn't,
He didn't do anything illegal.
But he didn't do anything illegal.
he said that, and then somebody was like, oh, not yet? All right, never mind, sir. Have a nice day. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But no, like they came out and said, while it was improper and it was unusual, he wasn't illegal. He's just an idiot.
Proper and unusual. Sounds like the FBI to me.
Literally, quite literally, like improper and unusual, but he's just an idiot. He didn't do anything illegal. He was just dumb.
We could do a whole show on the Clinton campaign.
I'm sorry, just the Justice Department, not necessarily the FBI in general.
Well,
The Justice
somebody
Department.
correct me if I'm wrong.
The
but
Just
the
Us Department?
Clinton
Right.
Foundation
It's shut down.
is going to be shut down and folded,
It's
It
already
ought to be.
shut down.
or filed bankruptcy, and the stockholders get
Nothing.
somebody gets all the money from they selling off all the proceeds or the stuff to
Hillary Clinton.
No,
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was the stockholders.
Yeah, but
So
they're like the 99% stockholders in the.
I'm just saying because they were gonna the what's the guy that controls it now? Whatever his name
Soros.
is. The title.
Soros. Yeah. He runs everything.
He decided that
Well-
to fold the Clinton Foundation and then.
Before indictments could be handed down.
Oh yeah.
Within a week after she lost the election, her son-in-law's investment firm shut the doors. Because
Yeah, had no choice.
Like, well, yeah.
Like,
no
well,
one's
we
gonna
had no
invest in them
government
anymore.
money coming in, so.
And then, but yet, what's her name? Chelsea still lives in the $1 million a month rent apartment in
Paid-
Manhattan.
And then she
paid
talks
for
about how
by.
The Clinton Foundation.
I don't think
If-
that's going to let them dodge
if she
a
wouldn't have
RICO
any
charge.
money, it wouldn't bother her. It's like, how the hell would you know, girl? You ain't never done
She has no job. Her job now is $150,000 a year to be a
Horse face.
okay, but her job is to do.
Spokesman for Budweiser.
She's a political advisor. She's a political advisor. I'm trying to move on.
Come try this.
I'm trying to move. Damn it.
Wow, she's a political advisor.
$150,000 a year. You know how many times she's advised on something to get that $150,000 a year?
Was it her mother?
Nothing. She's never left the house.
Because she better not listen to her.
She rigged it and still lost.
How do you buy?
How big a fuck up you got to be to rig an election and still lose?
Well,
Never mind.
Like,
when
oh,
you
we
only
totally-
rig enough to get you into the type A or the number one spot of that party versus
no.
the type A person from that party.
Well,
and
you
then
know,
the
like
government
they
goes,
did overtime because 150% of the poll, of the precinct, like they had all the precincts that voted for her showed like 150% attendance, like
Yeah.
participation.
Now here's my
Like we
thing.
got more people than we have on the books.
the grave.
It was we was talking about this today. Trump, before he became president, it is well known to be he backed a bunch of Democrats all through the
Yeah.
70s, 80s,
Everything.
everything.
Yeah, he actually kind of is a Democrat.
Basically, yeah, he was a
He's a New
Democrat
York
until he ran
Democrat.
Republican. My thing is,
No, he's a Southern Democrat.
and this goes to almost like a conspiracy
school.
theory.
old money.
Did
Yeah.
he see what was going on with the Democratic Party and how they was trying to do things? He said, "Screw this! I'm running Republican."
That and the Democratic Party said you'll never win here. Not against Obama or Clinton or Bernie. Bernie!
But what did he see to make him so mad where he said, "Screw it! I'm going Republican"?
They tried to sue him over something. But here's the
Because
thing, though.
I think
Did you
he
know
just, I
that
think
when
he just loves the country and saw the shitholes.
did you guys realize that while he was running
Did
for
he know that
office,
it was supposedly rigged already?
did you know he was
Well,
donating to the Clinton campaign?
I'm not saying he did, but did he see signs that
Probably
shit was going bad?
It'd be my guess. A lot of
Well,
it
he
had
said
to
in
do
the
with
90s.
the drain in the swamp. He saw how corrupt the Democratic Party is, and the Republicans too. But he thought, well, I can at least get elected over here and start on one side and then work the other.
He said in the 90s on Oprah, when she brought up him running for... She actually asked him, saying that he should run for president. And he said, I don't foresee it happening, but if I did, I'd run as a Republican.
Well, did you know that everybody loved Trump while he was a celebrity?
Mm-hmm.
Until he made that announcement.
Yeah. He was getting NAACP awards, and he did all this stuff to bring to end racism in the neighborhoods he was developing in, and he was doing everything he could. He was a champion for gay rights and all this stuff. They were all backing him. They were all giving him awards.
He's a racist.
And then now he was like, well, no.
Racist.
It can't
sexist. Rapist.
well, I guess when you talk about grabbing a pussy, then the world changes.
Well, you say it.
Come here.
You say it, you're in trouble. You do it, you're a Democrat
pretty-
president.
With a cigar?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
He didn't grab it. He just
That's
caressed
racist.
it.
No, he put a cigar.
Wait,
in it.
no, that's...
Sometimes a cigar
She
is
was
just
a
a
walking
cigar,
humidor.
gentlemen.
Well, it was drying out.
Or the other guy that's now running against whatever, who is a
Tastes like
wife
tilapia.
beater, went to jail for domestic battery and all this other stuff, and he's running for something.
Hey, Trump, this cigar tastes like shit. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong hole.
What? North Carolina,
Try
South
different
Carolina
vintage.
changed the law. Now they got a pedophile running for Congress or
An
something.
elected pedophile because the people voted him in
Did they?
for to run against the incumbent.
Something like that. I know
Yeah.
he's a
South Carolina.
yeah.
I would totally just be like, every campaign is like, he diddles children.
You know what, though?
Here's proof.
He's polling 49% of the vote against the incumbent.
Like I said,
South Carolina, okay for pedophilia.
right?
But yet they throw away what's-his-face down in New Orleans or
He might get
whatever
offended if we don't vote for
Don't
him.
because he
Yeah,
had a
don't
date
raise
with
a
a
kid in South
15-year-old girl. Ugh.
Do what?
That one guy that didn't get elected because he had a date with a 15-year-old girl that was never proven. And they didn't vote him in, but yet South Carolina's like, what you diddle children.
Oh, that
What, you
judge
diddled?
that-
You went to jail for diddling children? Yeah, you're totally fine.
Well, at least he admitted it.
Put you in charge of the Department of Education.
Child services.
What's your last name? Fogel? Yeah, you run the Department of Education.
We got a new person to run DCS. Trust us, he's overqualified. He knows everything you can about children.
Fogel. We'll just call him
Wow.
Jay Fogel. For some reason, he likes Subway.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, they got the weirdest things happening right
How many
now,
footlongs
man.
do you think he's got now?
Yeah.
Well, there's
One every
the
night?
foot long, and then there's the 6-inch.
You mean the porcupine that he is?
The porcupine? Yeah.
That's not a foot long. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a foot long. But no, I mean, it's just the country of not even the country. Let's just say the people running for office now. People look past their shortcomings. We'll just say shortcomings.
Is that somebody here?
Sounds
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
I'll go.
But here's the thing I don't get. How much of a shortcoming do you have to have? You've got a guy that's a admitted wife beater running for office.
And he's looking to win.
He's going to win. You got the admitted pedophile, and it looks like he's going to win. How bad do you have to be sitting in office
Well, no,
to be beat by a pedophile?
well, the fact that that's not being discussed on the news.
Governor. That's what they do to the
It's not being
the public.
discussed on the news.
South Carolina
Everything is pointed out like, well, they're horrible people because you
Fake
say
news.
you say Republican, they're automatically bigots, racists, and all this other stuff. I would much rather have a child diddler on there than a racist. Well, really?
You want somebody that's going to diddle my child, but not like my next door neighbor that's black.
And I'll be honest with you, if anything happened like that in the state of this state where I could file a lawsuit,
Are you moving to Canada?
no, I'm filing a lawsuit against the state for allowing that person to run and endangering my child.
You
I don't care if my child's fucking 20 years
you
old.
don't have grounds for that.
Your child endangers himself.
Well, there's that too.
I don't like it either, but you don't have a.
No, the
legal grounds
AG
for it.
in New York doesn't have a leg to stand on, but he
Right,
fucking
but
filed
that's-
assault suit anyway.
Yeah, and that's New York, where they're all retarded.
Yay, New York.
All it takes is you to file the lawsuit, and it becomes news.
I don't
Well-
think your neighbors know the right address.
Oh yeah.
Well, some lady tried to hand me a card, so I didn't take it. She asked about a certain name. I can't remember the name she asked for, and it was with A-Bait. Well, A-Bait's a motorcycle group, so I'm guessing it was the next door neighbor. And she put your address as theirs.
Yeah, it was like, no, this isn't it. Go away.
It was
what
the
I told
bike
her.
that gave it away.
Well, I told her, I said, no, that lady doesn't live here. Said the name, I was like, no, trust me.
I don't know you.
Should have took a card and been like, yeah, sign us up for a year or whatever. And
Actually, the abate course is the one that does the.
I don't know. I'd have signed her up for something that cost money, and then sent the ball next door.
Yeah.
Hey, 5 days by the way.
4.
Stormy Daniels.
Oh,
Where at?
She's gonna be in Evansville, Indianapolis, and Fort Wayne.
I totally want to just go just
Fort
to
Wayne.
shout like, give me the presidential.
What? You need me to give you $150,000? I'll make it rain up in here.
Which one you want to go to? No, I'm
I've never heard of the clubs though.
I ain't fought my way out of a strip club in a long time. Let's do this.
I can guarantee you, if you dressed like Trump, you wouldn't even get in the building.
It would be funny though, and I'd have cameras.
Dun, 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 dun,
No, I would have
dun.
cameras. I would have cameras on me, and I'd be like,
people have gotten.
I would be like, you touch me, I got cameras.
It's yeah. She's gonna. Oh god damn it!
It'll be on the news.
Where were you when I needed the man cave intern?
I ain't no damn man. I don't watch the Man Cave. Don't listen to the Man
You don't
Cave.
watch.
Yeah, I don't listen to the Man Cave. I don't know about that show.
Hey, psst, you're on it now.
Oh God, is that this show?
Is that this one? This is political talk.
Yeah, apparently.
But no, it's
Like it's going against everything that the station was founded on. But I've been drinking, so
well, the guy that does
I've
the
been
drinking
enabling.
shit ain't here tonight. I can talk about
I was
wine,
told
but
there
I
would
can
be
tell you about
alcohol.
consumption.
consumption of alcohol.
I was promised it was alcohol.
I will tell you this.
There'll be alcohol after the break.
Yes, after the. In fact, let's just go ahead and go to break.
Sounds good.
I'm still gonna.
I'm
Get
going
rid
to
of-
look up what the name of that club is
Yeah,
on the break.
I'm gonna pervert row Stormy Daniels and heckle the shit out of her.
He gave you that. How much for that? I'd get a refund.
Smell like cologne, leave it alone.
But we'll be back after these messages and a better show,
Have the
hopefully.
rest. Now have the rest.
We'll see you after the break.
Bye.
You're listening to the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio with your hosts, Pat Brooks and Bill Maddox. You can find out more by checking out the Facebook page, facebook.com/GPR The Man Cave. And now, our hosts, Pat and Bill.
All right. And we're back.
Oh, I was going to think nobody's going to talk. He's going to get pissed. And it's dead air. So, no. We figured it out. Stormy Daniels will be in Evansville the 18th, Indianapolis the 20th, and Fort Wayne the 26th.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I wasn't really that interested in seeing her.
But
like
for
I said.
How much
$45,
is a
just
hand job?
do you get it? It's probably well. If you ask the
$50,000.
Bunny Ranch, it's $100 with a glove.
With a glove.
With a glove.
Is it a furry glove?
I don't know. Because they were talking about it on the Bob and Tom show, and they were looking up their menu, quote unquote menu at the Bunny Ranch is online. And I believe they said for $100 you can get an HJ with a glove. I bet you it's a latex glove.
Probably. No lube. It's like all chafing and.
Give you something to remember is by.
Do you smoke after sex? I don't know. I've never looked.
I don't know. With the rubber glove, probably.
I don't know the weirdest things we look up. My Google's gonna hate me, or I'm on a list somewhere.
I think you're probably on several lists.
Well, all through high school, I wrote all my papers on terrorism.
I thought I was the only one.
I wrote one on serial killers.
Captain Crunch.
Wrote one on serial killers. Wrote one on. Oh, I can't remember. Serial killers was the funnest one though.
Yeah.
Found out basically they all had screwed up childhoods.
Yeah, and that's like a prerequisite. They got to run over cats or something.
Usually abused mentally and more than likely physically.
Yeah.
A lot of them come from single parent home.
Yeah.
And yeah, pretty much just messed up all the way from the beginning.
Well, I'm waiting for a box not to check. That sucks.
Well, you have your whole career in stripping ahead of you.
Holy God.
Oh, I thought he was talking about serial killers.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh.
Strippers, it could be the same thing. I
Yeah,
don't
like
know.
No, people would pay me to leave my clothes on.
everything that
Which
I've
would be handy,
I've
too.
heard of is like, you were listing most of the qualities of strippers.
A stripper serial killer. That's a twist.
She could travel the country.
Yeah.
What's a twist?
And
M. Night Shyamalan, if you wanted to make that a thing, you need to pay us just a little bit of a
That actually could be
fee, but you can totally have
that'd
it.
actually be a decent movie because if you think of some of the guys going in them clubs,
Yeah.
loners,
Yeah.
going in there to get their hell yeah, she could.
Well, we better start writing the script tonight because it's out there now.
Right?
Could be a Lifetime movie of the week.
M. Night Shyamalan, ding dong.
Ooh, sorry.
Ooh.
What?
He's just trying to get different music.
No, I'm looking for that menu.
McDonald's? I don't think
Sure.
you need any more of that.
Oh, man.
You know the 4 days that I've been on that, though, I've lost 3 pounds already.
The McDonald's,
McDonald's?
Yeah, I'm on the McDonald's diet. You don't eat it.
diet? Oh,
I was gonna say,
that
like,
shoots supersize me right in the foot, doesn't it?
It's like,
Yeah, like that
supersize
did a
me. I'm
whole
going to be
lot.
fit.
You go and you ask, I want this and I want it medium. They bring out a damn 32-ounce cup. That's a medium.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they can't ask for supersize no more, so we just upsize everything.
Yep.
Then they wonder why we're all fat and diabetic. And
I wonder, too.
I blame Jenny McCarthy.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, my
Just throwing that out
God.
it's because they ain't got no immunities.
there. No immunities.
Got no immunities because you got them.
We said we were gonna come back talking about alcohol, and like all we talked about is strippers and serial
That
killers.
leads to
Apparently,
alcohol. One leads to alcohol, the other one
Well,
results
tonight
in
I'm drinking
alcohol.
Coors, the banquet beer, because the light shit has no taste.
That's right.
right?
If you put 1/8 of an inch of Coors in the bottom of a bottle and pour water in on top of it, that's Coors Light.
Exactly. And then we're also trying raspberry mead with Chipotle, and whoever thought that was a good idea, fuck this whole thing up. So we're going to request Mr. Bill to make that and leave the Chipotle out.
Yeah.
I think it'd be damn good
It'd
if
be damn tasty without the Chipotle in it.
yeah.
And what's funny is you don't really, like the first taste, I didn't get the Chipotle. I felt the Chipotle.
I did. It hit me right in the nostrils.
I
It
felt
was,
the
just,
Chipotle.
it was just like, okay, now I have this tingling, burning sensation.
I get
But,
more raspberry than I do anything else.
Yeah, I get the flavor of
Yeah,
raspberry,
the flavor of raspberry.
but then you just like the
But then,
tingle.
like you said, up
got
to
it
your
right,
sinuses.
right in the nostrils and the sinuses. I'm
Yep.
like, yeah, I don't need that shit.
Yeah, just because you can put it in there doesn't mean that it probably needs to be.
Right?
I mean, you can try it once, but to sell it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the fat girl trying to squeeze into a spaghetti top.
so far
Just 'cause
there's
you can
only,
fit in it, doesn't
and
mean
this
you
is
should wear it.
and this is the Moonlight meadery.
Yeah, the smolder.
For the smolder. The other stuff we had from Moonlight hasn't been bad.
No, it's all been good. Who put out that PB&J? Who'd that come from?
I don't know, but they're an abomination.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That's an
Jones
abomination.
drink.
Yeah, my suggestion to Moonlight is
Anything that
Just
we've
stick
had
with the
so far,
raspberry.
anything we had so far is great. Just not the smolder.
Bee nectar's been really good.
Mm-hmm.
and then we've got Heaven in a Jar.
Right,
Yes,
and you
we
need to
do.
pass that around, sir.
Fuck you.
It's mine.
Oh, well, okay. That's a good point, I guess. I can't control where it goes after it leaves me.
Jesus.
But yes, we're passing the lemon drop.
The way they word things in this menu is terrible. Well, not terrible.
I think they do it on
doesn't
purpose.
explain a damn thing.
No.
They do that on purpose, so you have to show up.
You better bring some money.
Oh, that's gonna.
Yeah,
That's just not right.
I know, right?
Right? But yeah, we're drinking Bill's lemon drop.
How could something that tastes so good be bad for you? It's not.
It's not.
Exactly.
It's not. It's funny, but it's not.
Now,
Sorry.
is one of his that he's got up on the Roku channel, is that the making the...
That's the first one.
That's the first one? Okay.
Yes.
'Cause the other one was the creamsicle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have both. Well, we'll have both of those up here shortly. We have the first one up, and I'm working on the second one.
What's available on the Roku channel right now, anyway?
We have the Hillbilly Libations with Bill, and we have the Metal and Madness Minutes.
Yeah, whatever.
We're
Metal
still
Bites
like
or
flipping
whatever.
that around to like actually name that one. Movie from the Game Room. We have all of the films from Geek Public Films, and the web series and stuff. They're all there. We have about 20 different sci-fi and horror movies mixed in with that. There's about 30 to 32 different, 30 to 35 different feature length short things available on there. So
Are they feature length or short? Or both?
both.
Okay.
You got some feature length, about 22 or 23 feature length, and you have
So there's enough stuff to
sure.
waste away a weekend.
oh yeah,
Oh, easily.
yeah.
Thanks for joining the conversation.
Sorry, I'm trying to. That's fucking. I'm gonna done with that.
But yeah, there's tons of stuff you can totally and I'm slowly trying to get everything updated and to get more content up there. So
Except the Man Cave intro.
you know,
Yeah.
somebody can come help, but you know that's
Oh.
What, point and click?
oh no, there's more than that. If that's all you think, come point and click your day away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a real job. I'm
sorry, I support your hobby.
I have no clue what it involved with recording
Math
something
is
like
my
that.
new hobby.
No,
Go ahead.
No, but along those lines of stuff that we're coming out with, we made a whole lot of interesting connections with the Anderson on Tap. You know, even though we were the only one, me and Stafford were the only ones that showed up.
I can't help it. They decided to have a reunion.
And then you had another one like the next weekend.
It's just
like
family.
your family
Right.
sucks.
It's just
I had-
family.
Well, you know, you have two sides to each family, right?
I understand that, but, you know, this is like he said, we have a reunion this weekend. I was like, really? Like, they just had one.
Yep.
Well, it's like Hatfield to McCoy. It's just got him as the Humphreys and the Thompsons.
Yep. Now we're one less Thompson.
Oh, Butch. Sorry.
But to
Well, that just sucked
Yeah.
the air right out of the room, didn't it?
especially where I was going with that, you know, it was like, you know, so we were dealing, you know, we went and met a whole bunch of people. We met a lot of like interesting people who are trying to get their breweries or meaderies off the ground. Drank a lot of really good beer and mead and moonshine and stuff.
It was so hot.
After the fourth place, I didn't care.
The Oakley
Agreed,
brothers,
but Jesus to begin with.
do they make beers at Moonshine?
Where?
Oakley.
Oakley Brothers.
They make whiskey.
Whiskey. Okay. I was wrong
That's what
on
I
both
thought.
sides.
There was one place though that they had like regular beers and whatnot, and then you're gonna like sample their apple pie moonshine. And he was like, "Apple
typically-
pie, I don't dare." And I took a drink, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's heaven!" It tastes
Well, they
lots
gave it
like
to you in a little pill cup, like a ketchup.
Yeah.
Cup.
Right,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's
it's a
moonshine.
tasting.
Right. Well, that's fine, but you know, it's also hot as piss, and you know,
I guess it's not gonna slake any thirst.
You're not going to quench your thirst by drinking moonshine.
no. What I didn't want to add to any gut issues because already drinking.
No, see,
And it being
moonshine just
hot.
bypasses everything and cleans you right out.
Right,
so
and
you
that's
can start
exactly
anew.
what I wanted to avoid.
So you can start anew.
Right.
But yeah, so I took a shot. I was like, "Oh my god, this is heaven." This is delicious.
Beer before liquor, never sicker. Liquor before beer. Wait, that's get you arrested.
Either way,
How's that saying go?
DWI.
Liquor in the front,
In the
poker in
clear?
the rear.
Okay.
Liquor in the front, poker in the rear.
I think he was taking it somewhere totally different than what you started out with, but okay.
That's usually how my mind goes. It goes, and straight. Oh, look, gutter.
But the
It's
so we
nice,
had, I
cool,
mean, we
and
had a
dark
great
down here.
time.
Join us.
We actually became members of the Indiana Tasting Society.
Yes, we did.
And
Is that what I saw on Facebook today?
Yes.
Yes.
This tastes like shit. All right, don't put that one down there.
Turn it around. Turn it around.
But no, the
That's a joke.
the Indiana Tasting Society. If you are a member, you get access to over $1,000 worth of like discounts, free stuff, like free, like half
Growlers.
of the growlers that we got, all were free.
Oh, wow.
So by Sunday, you're up to $1,000.
Like we
Not yet.
Do you
We
have to
have
travel
more-
down to where the places are? Or?
yeah, but right where we're
But
at,
still,
we
that
have
was a road
like
trip.
5 or 6 or
There's
7
about a
different
dozen
places.
around us.
Yeah,
Really?
and that's
Yeah,
just
it's
around
worth it.
us. Then you got like it radiates out, and there's just tons and like 52 different members of this thing, different breweries and microbrews and whatnot. And
Something better in Greenfield I know about.
If they
Yeah, is that
have the
part of it?
donut trail in
I
Ohio,
think so.
they have the beer trail in Indiana. What do you get when you finish?
Drunk.
DWI. A free night stay
Well,
in
that's,
jail.
that's what I said after we
I
come
mapped
out of
all the meth houses.
After we come out of the Indiana on tap, I was
We're
like,
in
this is like
Ellicott.
an entrapment, like choke point here. I'm like, with everybody being drunk coming out of this thing, cops are just going to be sitting down the road. They'll just start pulling us over right and left as soon as it was really weird to have last call at like
5 in the
quarter
afternoon.
till 5.
Yes,
Oh,
but
wow.
here's
I'm like-
the thing. I'm not
But we
drunk.
were
I'm
drinking
dodging
from 5.
potholes.
Right.
we
That's
were
what you
drunk.
gotta
Since,
say.
we were drinking since like 1 in the afternoon
Yeah.
because we had the VIP passes.
Nothing like being drunk and sweating it out. How do you know you're drunk? Why? Because I can smell you from here.
Well, and then they had the Mancave stools while we were down there because I found the one place that apparently you could sit, but you weren't technically supposed to. That's where they had the Mancave stools out.
And
Like,
we sat.
I'm
and
here because I can sit here and there's ashtrays. So I sat in the shade smoking cigarettes, and he wouldn't go get my beer for me. I was like, I'm done walking around. If I got a gopher
Check, please.
But
Wait
no,
a
like,
minute, you-
next to
sit down,
next
but
to a
you
guy
weren't
that was
supposed to.
smoking ribs.
well, what it was like a little closed off area, whatever, of a restaurant bar thing that's right there. And we just basically opened the thing and walked in and sat down. I don't think we weren't supposed to, but we were the only ones that actually just opened the gate and walked in.
Well, that's because I'm a fat guy. It was hot. They
And-
had shade
and comfortable
seats. Seats that were comfortable and fat guy friendly, and an ashtray.
You know what they say, though? Sir, you can't be here. Fuck you, VIP.
VIP!
Fiat.
You know what that means? Very immense penises. I don't know where I got that, but
All right.
there was actually from a movie.
Revenge of the Nerds 2.
Yep.
But we were hanging out and having a good time. We became members. We've gotten all this stuff up, and because of the whole situation, we were able to actually offer other people a discount by using a promo code.
How much is it to join?
It's $59
But
for over $1,000 worth of free stuff. I mean, the math works out. Like, you can spend the whole year and not hit every place on the list and get way more than what you put into it.
But you use the promo code, you get $10 off, so it's
You-
only like $49.95 or something to
Right.
This week
join
only.
for the year.
And
Not bad at all.
No, and like I said, we hit just Muncie,
Yeah.
and we paid for ourselves.
Yeah,
Really?
It paid for it. So it is definitely
and we
worthwhile.
done that on a whim.
Yeah.
We were going over here anyway, and we just done it on a whim.
I was like,
We hit,
hey, let's
Three
do
Kings
this.
and the
Are they
Guardian.
got like an app or
Yeah,
app
it's
or
a-
a list of places? Or?
It's an app that you can download. You sign in with your member ID and all that other stuff, and it accesses all of the stuff throughout Indiana that you can get free, discounted, and all the other stuff. And some of the stuff is like $7 towards a flight that's only $7. They can't say it's a free flight, but
Right.
it's money off of, and you end up getting stuff for free. But it by the time you turn around, it's like we had a great time for a little bit of money, and it was like if we would have done this without it, it would have cost us
A trip to the Herat.
Yes, it would have been a equal to a trip to the Herat to do what we did, and it was barely not even a tank of gas in the Taurus, in the sense of like cost wise. So it's like
the hardest part was me figuring out where the parking and stuff was for Guardian Brewery,
which is a really cool place.
Yeah, it is.
And we're working on getting some stuff on the Roku channel with them and with Three Kings and some others.
Now these are all
or
the
Three
Muncie?
Wise Men. Three Wise Men.
Yeah, Three Wise Men.
Jim, Jack, and Johnny?
That's what I thought.
Well,
No,
no,
the real Three Wise Men.
Oh.
But I mean, it's really.
I knew somebody that tried that once, and they took the shot, and I just picked it up, and they're like,
Nope.
"Oh God, he just drank rubbing alcohol." That's what it smelled like after they mixed the three.
Yeah.
But so
Sick bastard.
if you're interested in becoming a member and getting the discount and all that stuff, the coupon code to go through is IndianaOnTap.com, and you click up there, become a member, and it'll walk you through how you do it. At the very end, when you go to check out, the coupon code is Chambers10, and it'll take $10 off of your purchase, and it's amazing. We still have plans. Like we're gonna hit Wabash, we're gonna hit Noblesville,
Valparaiso.
and we still have Anderson to hit. We paid for it's paid for itself, and we have yet to hit the town.
We haven't even left
10
the county,
miles
really.
away.
Well, I mean,
10
we went
minutes
to Delaware
away, and
County.
you're talking about going to Wabash and Valpo.
Wabash ain't that bad.
Valpo?
Valpo?
Valpo, because I have family up there.
Valpo slushy?
Valpo, I have family up there. I can totally just say like, "Hey, we're gonna crash in the basement." Like, okay.
We're gonna crash into your front porch after we get done.
Evidently, you're going into the basement with Chambers.
No.
Well, no, like it's a full finished basement. They're rich.
Did you hear that? He said full fetish basement.
Yeah.
Finish.
Oh, finished! My bad. I'm sorry.
Dungeon, big
Damn it.
boy.
They might have a pit.
No.
No, they have a bar in the basement, so it's good to go.
You're going to stay? The guy with the beard gets in the pit.
But
Damn
it is definitely something that's just like,
It was my turn last time.
those are all on the list of places to go. And, it's just one of those things. So like I said, go to IndianaOnTap.com. Go through the whole checkout process. Put Chambers 10 in. It'll take $10 off. It is worth it, especially if you hit 5 places out of the 52 that are listed. If you hit 5 of them, it'll have paid for itself.
Right.
You got Brown County on the list. Anderson, Indianapolis, Brown County, Muncie, Wabash.
Is Gnawbone on there?
Gnawbone is like one little restaurant place in the middle of. That's it.
Yeah, but that's in the middle of Brown County.
Right. I don't think they serve alcohol though.
You never know.
They do have the best tenderloin I've ever tasted.
Now, what was the farthest?
that
I mean,
place.
how far? It's only Indiana breweries, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're talking about Brown County. That's a drive.
2 hours.
From here, I mean, some people might not see it.
Was that the farthest brewery?
Bluery?
Brewery?
Because I mean, like I said, that's a 2-hour drive. Were there farther ones? Well, how long is Valpo?
Valpo's about 2.5
I was
hours.
going to say, you're looking 2.5, 3 to get up there.
Let's look, because I'll pull up the app right now. There are, like I said, Indianapolis, Gary, Hammond, Indianapolis, Granger, Noblesville, Jasper, Bloomington, Nashville, which is the Big Woods Brewery in Nashville, Indiana. Big Woods and Speedway. You got Sheridan, Bloomington, Zionsville, Plainfield, Michigan City, Angola, Columbia City, Fort
Angola,
Wayne.
you're looking at 2.5, 3 hours. That's
Fort
pretty much
Wayne,
Michigan.
Yeah.
Wabash, Brookston, Crown Point, Carmel, Noblesville, New Albany, Valpo, Jeffersonville, Fishers, Goshen,
See, now my wife told me she went
Westfield.
to BJ's Brewhouse for lunch
Aurora.
today.
Really? Okay.
And got one of the strangest combinations I ever heard, because I guess it's 2 for something. I don't know what it was. But they make pizzas there too. She got some kind of pepperoni pizza and clam chowder.
That's it. Weird.
What?
That was her 2 choices.
Pepperoni pizza and clam chowder.
That was her two choices. She enjoyed it. I guess that's all that matters.
Okay.
I guess they make their own beer there too. But it's probably not on your list, is it, Chamber?
No, for
Because it's like a chain now.
yeah.
What was
You're
that
looking
one
at like
Alcatraz?
Five's Tap Room in Anderson, Bare Hands Brewery in Granger, Barley Island in Noblesville, Basket Case in Jasper.
Does it have the one in Greenfield? Anything in Greenfield, Indiana?
Yeah, there's a few. There's at least one in Greenfield. Let me look.
Well, I worked with a guy and he stopped and he'd get a growler for his son every time.
Wooden Bear Brewing in Greenfield and Mashcraft Brewing in Greenfield. Hops and Firecraft Tap Greenfield, or no, that's in Greenwood. But yeah, there's at least two in Greenfield. So I mean, it, like I said, it's well worth it. Like we actually mapped out like a tour for the summer to get all of our money, like get everything we could possibly get. Our goal was to hit everything possible before our membership was up, and after realizing like after so long, they update and give you new.
Yeah, the Wooden Bear in Greenfield's on it.
They give you new.
If you click on it, it'll tell you what they give you.
Yeah, they give you new programs.
I see how that works.
Yeah.
Why, no, we don't serve that here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
it happens.
it was definitely, like I said, it's definitely worth even the $59 that it was. Like we've surpassed all of that stuff.
Okay, it goes totally somewhere that's not related to nothing. Has anybody seen Deadpool 2 yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Kylie and Austin did, and they said
Is
they
it worth
laughed
it?
all the way through.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. My wife wants to see that. We might go do that tomorrow.
Have fun.
Oh, I've got no kids. You know how many years it's been since I could say that?
No, I'm saying have fun, because, what, 3 more weeks? 4 more weeks.
July 3rd, I'll be back.
Fuck, I don't know. How many?
Sit through the after credit scenes.
Yes.
Sit there and watch the whole thing?
Yeah. All the way to the very end. So the lights come all the way back up, and there's nothing on the screen anymore. Sit through it.
Oh, I dream
It's
of that.
worth it.
But yeah, I mean, me and her's thinking about something to do tomorrow. Like I said, probably get the bike out early, go riding, and then in the afternoon go.
There's a game apparently, so there's always that.
Yeah.
There is that. But with as hot as it's going to be, if I don't get that, I might wait till the afternoon, just because I know she believes me, but she hasn't felt it yet. Because she's like, it was 97 degrees last summer. She's like, why ain't you riding a bike? I said, because it's like riding with a heater on,
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, because
like-
it's hot outside, then you get the heat from the motor coming up.
and then the wind is just,
Hot.
it's hot. I said, there's nothing to cool you off. It's like riding in the heater.
Pretty much.
So I was going to get it out tonight, and then I realized that no, I didn't need to do that.
No, not with coming here. Because of Delicious
Oh yeah,
and others things.
well I sort of ruined that when I bought a 6-pack before I came over here.
That's not ruining it. Original Coors?
No, I'm talking about me on the bike.
Oh.
No, original Coors. Like I said, it's just
Well, you don't see the banquet a lot anymore.
you do. You just
I'll be honest with you. I drank a lot of PBR. I drank a lot of
that's-
other stuff, but I've never drank just a Coors.
PBR me ASAP.
Yeah, you know what? With PBR, it was 75 cents a can
yeah.
on campus. And
Uh-oh.
when I was in
That's
college,
the reason that PBR made a comeback.
Facebook heard
College
us.
campuses.
and it was like,
Bud
okay,
Light.
and I was like,
Bud Light
okay,
commercial on my phone.
and I was like, totally like 75 cents a can. Well, here's $20. Let me know when I'm out. And I would just sit there and drink PBR all night and have a great time. So, I mean,
What is it? Hoosier Girls once a year has $5 buckets of beer.
and it's probably all PBR.
I know it's any kind of beer that they have.
Oh, really? I would totally line up a $5 bucket of summer shandy because that's like
God.
If they have it.
no, they have it.
That's what I should have done.
They
tonight,
specifically
but Coors
ordered
called
it
out to
when
me.
I worked there. It was
Especially when it says on sale.
Right.
This is their, they. Anytime I can go back, one I can get in because they're using all my DJ equipment, As soon as I walk in, the manager's like, "No, he's free." So I walk in, and I can go in and inspect anything that I want. DJ equipment-wise, let me phrase that.
There you go. Phrasing!
But they always have my beer, the Summer Shandy, ready to go. They're like, here, and it's like on the bar, open, ready to go as soon as I walk up to the bar.
But my friend Nick, I think most of you have met my friend Nick Taylor.
For a minute. Like, he came and played.
He was here for about
Once.
a day, maybe. Sugar?
Uh-huh.
And Nick? No, Brian? Okay. Anyway, he's always calls me for some reason he knows when they have the $5 buckets of beer. He's like, come down to Hoosier Girls and drink with me. No.
If I would have known that, then I would have given me somebody to at least talk to outside of the staff.
He's usually there on $5 bucket of beer night.
Well,
or day or whatever.
Well, tell him to message me. Because I'll totally go spend $5 for a bucket of beer.
Well, he's a little preoccupied at the moment, and I'll tell you why off the air. But
Still,
yeah, I mean it's an actual bucket though. It's not like a 5-gallon bucket. It's like
it's a beer bucket.
Yeah, it's like the old wet metal pail.
Yeah.
That's what they consider a bucket of
and
beer.
they stick like 4 or 5 bottles of beer in the
Yeah,
bucket
it
with
comes
ice.
out to about a bucket of.
Yeah, it's like $1 a beer.
Yeah.
But you walk in with the $20, you got 4.
Party.
That's 20 beers.
Or you buy one bucket and tip the rest of the day.
Ugh.
You don't get private dances, you just tip.
Usually at Hoosier Girls, you don't have a choice.
No, you have.
Choice for what?
What do they call them? Lap dance.
No, you totally do. I know
I was
that.
wedged in between Jim when he was big, Bill when he was bigger.
No, it was just me, you, and Jim.
No, it was me, Bill, and
You haven't
Jim
lived
for
till
my
you've been
bachelor
to a
party.
strip club with fucking
That was me.
Bishop.
Oh, I've been with him. But and I didn't have any money, and she still got to me
She smashed your fingers.
and my face and.
Well, yeah, but that's
get
because
titty
of who
whipped?
you're with.
Huh?
Because they're like
Yeah, he totally loves this.
he totally loves pain.
That's what we told her. He likes it when you grab it and twist.
And he loves White Zombie. Woo! Oh, Jesus.
You know, the last
That
time I was
was
there just
20
to
years
check
ago?
up on the last time I was there just to check up on my equipment. There was a girl who was like going with the whole Gothman thing, and I was like, no. I've been to New Orleans. They have an entire strip club dedicated to like magic and voodoo and
Is that the one that's got the
vampires.
leather on the wall? All the walls are black with leather.
Yeah, it's right there on Bourbon Street, and they actually have like all of the gothic stuff on the outside.
Okay, I believe I would actually go into that one.
No,
just to
you
check
don't
it
want
out.
to
No,
go in
it
there
was-
because
it was
on
amazing.
Bar
If you see
Rescue.
something like that, I'd have to go see it.
Yeah.
It was on Bar Rescue. You don't want to go in there.
Oh no, the one when I was there, it was amazing. I walked in and like the girl was just like, "This is awesome."
No, it looked good. It's just the stuff they found.
Oh, I
Under
didn't.
the look good.
I didn't eat anything there. I drank beer in bottles and.
Pretty sure
and
there's a
tipped
cockroach
girls.
in the kitchen going, okay, what's up next? We
'Cause,
serving some
Hey,
hamburgers.
if you're going to a titty bar to eat,
You're
you
the
got
wrong place.
issues.
Bullshit. And he'll back me up on it.
The steak in Atlanta was good.
Steak and baked potato, bud. $5 steak and baked potato with a chick dancing nude on your table.
Okay, I can see the appeal to that.
It's like Benihana's, but
You
better.
guys are going to love this place. They got the best food. We're really going there for the food? Well, hell yeah, we are. Okay, Mike.
Yeah,
Like-
that's Mike. You don't say no to Mike.
So what it boils down to
Had a fun
is
time, me, you, and Woody.
Benihana's with boobs.
I know you guys have been driving all night, but we gotta go here, so go take a nap.
I still got those Kiss dolls I bought down there.
Do you?
The first McFarlane original
Oh,
releases.
those were some money.
But no, but I was saying is like the girl down there was like, she's like, you know, going for the whole. I said, you need to dance to this, and this, or else you're not going to get that vibe. And she's like, you go request the music. And I was like, oh, okay. So I walked over and said, hey, play this for her set. And they're like, okay. And I walked back and I said, you'll like it. She'd never heard it before. But it was like the vampiest set. She's like actually came to me after the fact and like got a long list of songs for her to dance to that would fit that the motif. Because and then she took that list and went down to Club Rio and PJ's too and all the stuff down in Indianapolis and now making a killing down in Indianapolis using the set that I designed for her.
Boy, it's been forever
Just sitting.
since I heard names. I don't know any of those clubs.
Well, PJ's 2 is right there on Pendleton Pike as you get into Indianapolis.
You mean PTs?
Yeah, PT's.
Okay, I've heard of that one.
Well, PJ's
We've
2,
been pulled over in the parking lot.
PJ's 2 is actually just down the road.
Is that
Like,
the one where they asked you if I had a gun in the vehicle?
Yeah,
That's
they
because
said-
the fat guy in
everybody's
the back
like,
thought it was funny.
No, yes!
Yes.
That's because the fat guy in the back thought it was funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fat guy in the back thinks it's funny. Now, PT's is where I learned you do not yell out Freebird.
Can you guys please stop requesting it? You mean you don't have it? No, the GJ have it. It's just 7 minutes long.
They can't play it, and you're getting the dancers to want it. So can you please
no,
stop?
I totally got the dancer. One of the,
Well,
like
we
I
had
said,
the whole
you-
damn.
I'll
Everybody in
give
there
you-
started yelling Freebird.
I'll
It was
give you.
trashed.
I'll give you. I'll
We
pay
all
for
were.
a private dance and a half. Unedited Ganagata DeVita.
Unedited with the drum solo?
And she's like, okay. And she was like, no, I'm seriously like.
That's like
you
13 minutes long, isn't
It's
it?
14 and a half minutes long. They're like, that's 4 songs. Like a maximum, like a minimum of 4 songs that he's gonna get for one, paying you like 1.5
Yeah,
times.
you're losing money.
And they're like, she's like, really? She like made the case until they said that. She came back. You need to pick a different song.
There was
Like-
that night. For some reason, we were all at separate ends of the strip club, and I hear, "Hey Pat, what Freebird?" All of a sudden, you just hear "Fuck you," and then you see the girl in the middle, "Skater!" I'm like, "Oh no!" We were pretty much drunk last night, and our DD was
Last
drunk
night.
that night.
That night.
You
We
said
stopped,
last night.
ordered like a bag of White Castles.
White Castles and some onion chips.
No, a
fried
couple,
pickles.
A cup of pickles.
A couple pickles.
We want some pickles. How much? I'll just give us a cup full.
And was it wrong way that didn't make it home? He
He
puked
made it
out the
home.
door.
No, he
Went
made
the
it
wrong
home
way.
before he did that. I made it till the next morning when I was getting married.
Before you shut yourself.
Let's just put it this way: the most of the men at the wedding was not feeling too well,
My first
And we
wedding.
did it all again. We tailgated my wedding.
and we tailgated your wedding.
My first wedding.
It was at my house, so everybody was parked out in that big yard.
My very first wedding.
And everybody
The
drove
entire groom, all of the groomsmen, had alcohol poisoning.
I'm pretty sure that that's the day somebody bet me $20 that I wouldn't wrestle Jim.
Might have been.
Well, wrestling should have been used with air quotes.
Wrestling.
No,
Well, yeah,
what-
because
what-
I jumped up into him and he picked me up and body slammed me. It was
Right.
over.
I know.
Bite him on the neck. He'll submit.
I know. Once the party ended at my house, it went to my cousin's house.
Yep. I went home.
But yeah, it was. I had an interesting wedding.
I just remember, Brian, you can't stay down there all night. I'm just socializing. Well, you socialized enough last night. We're like, see, Brian, starts already.
Yep.
No, we was just started. My cousin, who's Eddie, who's gone now.
Mhm.
I think his dad put him up to it. Brought me a shot while I was cutting the damn cake.
Yeah,
But
that
that was a
was the
fun
night.
time.
Let me tell you.
That was a fun time. Hell, we made all the food, and nobody went away hungry. And
See,
You know, that's a thing at your house for some reason.
right? Well, I tried to do that here, but you
Show up,
nobody.
you leave
No.
over really full.
now here's something. I ain't meaning to bring nothing down, but my uncle's obituary at the very bottom of it, and it goes with what you're just talking about. And it says the family request that you take someone you love out to dinner and enjoy each other.
See, I'm gonna cry.
Pack your bags, sir. You're going on a guilt trip.
But no, it.
I took my family out last week. Shut up.
Oh, no,
if you think about it, all most of the fun times that have been up at that house
was with everybody.
with everybody and it's food and just-
That's true.
Games that make you feel bad for playing them because they're just wrong.
yeah,
No. It depends on whether the kids play with you or not.
Well, some of them, even when the kids play,
That's not gonna match. Shut up. Let her read it anyway. I lost it. Were you here? Was it Sunday?
yeah.
I couldn't read the damn card.
Yeah.
I wasn't here for that.
It was the Gossamer stream.
It was a gossamer stream of jizz so strong that it's something, and I
It,
just
Glisten in the
lost
light.
it.
glistens in the moonlight or
Yeah,
the
it
sunlight.
glistens in the sunlight.
Lessons in the sunlight.
I lost it. I couldn't read it. Libby had to get up and walk around the table to read it, and I was
And
like, "No,
then
I got this."
And she was laughing the entire time she started reading it too.
I just know if you've got a 16-year-old daughter, and she's playing the game too.
What's
You
this
make
word?
her. You just try to make her say the most messed up stuff.
No, it's bad when she goes, "What's this word?" And the mom goes, "I don't know. I'll Google it." And everybody's like,
No.
no.
What is
And then,
bukkake?
oh my god!
I'm like, fuck it, let it eat.
Like, what is bukkake?
Yeah,
Yeah, look that up.
look that one up.
It's a lot of pina colada mix. A lot of pina colada mix.
But she'd just read these cards. It's like, who put that? I couldn't help but laugh.
You and I were just, I was like, can she say this? Bro? I was like, turn it in!
Turn it in anyway. She said she wanted to play. She's got to read it.
That has nothing to do with this subject. I don't fucking care. I'm listening anyway.
I want to hear you say it.
We just want to hear you say it. And trust me, I have went upstairs when she's been up there with her friends.
And heard worse.
She wasn't saying anything she didn't ever say before.
Right.
It's
They just act like they're all.
They're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you made me say that."
I don't
I'm
know.
like, no,
but it
you're
was
just,
funny 'cause
you're
her
just
face
embarrassed
was
to say
turning
it.
red.
Well, for one, it's my kid. She's been around me all her life, so I know she's heard pretty much just as bad or worse out of my mouth.
Right.
It's
And she's
You know,
friends with Libby.
You're
so,
just
you know.
you're just embarrassed for actually having to say it in front of adults.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
She's
she had her mom on one side and her dad on the other.
She
was
thought she was going to
screwed.
get smacked twice.
No, I.
Well, she knew going into it. She's like, they're like, whatever you say, as long as it's on the card, you're good.
That kid's gonna come back with like 4 pairs of shoes.
Probably.
No, she bought shoes over here that cost $60. She found them for 10. She found Nikes that are normally like $90 here. She found them for 30.
Are they going to let her through customs?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Because we had a friend here that we went to school with. That when he would come back from Germany, he'd visit his family and then buy like $300 worth of Lee jeans, and then go sell them and make like $1,000.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, back over there. But yeah, they'll let her back through customs. She'll probably just leave them. She might take them out of the box just for the simple fact of the weight.
Right.
But I think as long as you put them in your suitcase, because that has to get X-rayed and everything like
Right.
that.
I mean,
So-
if they're in your suitcase, I mean, you can literally take them out of the box, just pack them in your suitcase. I like shoes.
Yeah. And seriously, that's the reason she bought them, because of the price.
You know, like, oh, you mean I can get the shoes that I would wear anyway for like 10% of the cost?
Hope you ain't got to
Well, I
return.
hope she can get back through customs. If not, your daughter's going to be pissed.
Why my daughter? Shoes?
Yeah, those Converse she bought
Yeah.
for $10. Yeah, Kylie said, "Get me some if they're that cheap." So Sherry got her a pair.
Yeah, that's what she needs, is another pair of shoes.
Hey, you know what?
Like I said, it's €10, which equals up to like $12.
Yeah,
For a $50 pair of shoes
For,
here.
yeah, $50, $60 pair here.
Not as soon as these trade deals get renegotiated.
With a 25% income, or 25, what did you say, 25
Did you see what
trillion?
Nick posted
Yeah.
about?
The actual
It's dead on,
like,
too.
Yeah,
the
that's
actual
why
tariffs and stuff like.
Normally when he posts something, he's researched it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, he doesn't
That's-
just put
that's
crap
why I
up there
brought
that he
it
does.
up.
I mean,
You know,
he's
okay,
always
you
educated
brought that
about
up.
what he
Here's the
puts
thing.
up.
Everybody's pissed. Why are they getting pissed? If you've had your hand in the cookie jar for as long as you can remember, and then somebody starts smacking it,
Yeah.
you're going to bitch.
Right.
that's what's wrong
Especially when you like you just
Washington.
point out like the black and white of it and say, look, here's how off we are on everything, and they're complaining that we're going to do this. They need to drop their stuff. We'll drop ours.
Nobody will do that because they're getting the cookie for free.
Right.
Well,
They ain't anymore.
like somebody's it said they're all just mad because Trump's telling them, "Look, we're not going to be your piggy bank anymore."
You get called on your bullshit.
Well, you know, he's a businessman.
we need to protect our farmers, and we need to protect this. It's like, well, we need to protect ours too. So if you don't like it,
You can take your hand out of the cookie jar. We'll cut your damn hand off.
Well, here's the thing: if you look at the map of who voted for Hillary and who voted for Trump, that whole middle section that voted for Trump is all the farmers.
and all the ones that not just the farmers, but you're looking at steel.
It's the working
You're looking
class.
you're looking at the working class. You were looking at saying everything that I make goes nowhere because everything else is cheaper to coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a radio show I listen to. It's called The Chicks on the Right on WIBC, and they were playing this thing about
And other all you have to do is just check them out because they're syndicated now.
they're syndicated, but they were playing these sounds on election night, right?
Oh, they got syndicated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're picked up. They play nationwide now, or national.
They're based out of Indy. Yeah, they're
Yes,
based
Yeah,
out.
they're based out
WIBC.
in-
Yeah, 93.1, right there at the circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they said that, you know how they have the political people talking and blah blah blah, and well, we need this state, and this state to win. Well, Trump, you know, we'll win Minnesota because blah blah blah. Blah. We lost Minnesota. All right. Well, we got Florida. We'll take.
Oh,
Florida.
you talking about from the Turks that night?
Oh yeah.
We lost.
God,
we lost
I
Florida.
still watch that.
I've
Well,
watched
we've got Texas. Texas. What?
Oh,
Well, as long as we take Michigan,
it's
we'll
not
win.
just the Turks. Watch
we lost
any of them.
Michigan.
Oh yeah,
Like, so
They
they
should've
lost
I love
Michigan,
it.
Ohio.
They lost all
Florida.
the places that were guaranteed locks.
because she
Right.
didn't visit.
Right. Well, she didn't even go to Minnesota because
No,
the
that's what I'm
Democrats have
saying.
never lost Minnesota in their life.
Right, because it's a big
And
union
it went
town.
red.
It's a big union state. So is Michigan. So is
fuck
Ohio.
unions.
All that stuff. So it's one of those things. It's like they started realizing like everything that you're doing loses me my job. It makes us doing the whatever. Like, how come you can totally you can't guarantee the union vote if you're trying to screw over the union.
Well, here's the thing. If you look at it, it's if you're union, you normally make decent money.
Normally,
Okay?
yeah.
So the Democrats are saying, "Oh yeah, union." They're also saying, "Well, we got to help all these people. We're not have to raise taxes on all the
the union.
people." So you're trying to screw over one
Your
group.
base.
You're trying to get votes off of both.
You're
both
trying to
groups.
rob
It's not
Peter to
gonna
pay
work.
Paul to get votes, and it's
Yeah.
not going to happen.
Exactly.
People talk.
And the fact that they're saying they're laying heavily on the African American and the Hispanic vote, but all somebody has to point out is like, everything that you believe, they don't, in the sense of like you believe in the Bible or the Quran or however they are totally non-religious as a thing. And they're expecting you to vote for them while tearing down the foundations of your belief at the same time.
Well, they said the perfect politician will shake your hand and stab you in the back at the same time.
That was the smartest thing.
No,
he
no,
said,
no,
though,
shoot you back in the
when he went
back
after
of the
black
head
vote.
twice.
He told him, "Look, they ain't done nothing for you for 30 years. Give me a chance."
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like what's the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over and
Over and
again,
over,
expecting
expecting the same.
different result.
Well, everybody always said from the time that when Ross Perot started running, he was a businessman. That's what we need. We need a businessman to run the country. Now you have a businessman that runs the country, and half the people hate him.
They ain't gotta like him.
Yeah. And what's funny is that everybody that I talk to, the only thing that they say is they don't like him as a person. They can't fault anything else other than personal issues.
Yeah.
Guess what? It ain't about what kind of person he is. I mean,
Right, and when I go out of my way to point out, like, I don't, well, what do you think of him as a person? I don't care. I don't have to like him.
Yeah.
Do we have more money than we've had previously? Yeah.
But who would have ever guessed that an ex-basketball player and a reality TV star would get
Denuclearize
talks
in New
with
York?
North Korea?
Right.
I mean, seriously, if you look at it that way.
Well, did you see what he said about that Obama wouldn't even give him the time of day when he came back from visiting North
Right.
Korea?
Huh?
He got all emotional.
Who did?
Rodman.
Rodman.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He cried.
Yeah, he was crying. Said that Obama wouldn't even give him the time of day, wouldn't do nothing, and Trump would actually do something about it.
Yeah.
You would actually talk and listen to him.
Rodman had a rough life, really.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, like I said, all it takes is one stupid thing in common sometimes, and the kid likes basketball.
Mm-hmm.
They actually talked to somebody. Just a second. They think he studied in Sweden or somewhere because the teacher said his name was different, but he's the exact same, and he loved basketball.
Mm-hmm. Well, no,
He actually loved the Western way of life. Kim Jong-un did.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
He's just afraid of doing anything because everybody around him will kill him and take over.
exactly. But after that one, I guess we got to take a break. Carl's Jr. wants his time.
Carl's
And Kim
Jr.
Jong-un wants some Carl's Jr.
Carl and Kim Jong-un.
I want some Carl's Jr.
Hey, as long as the Carl's Jr. doesn't ask him to go to the bathroom, he's good.
Hey, I basically had Carl's Jr. this morning when I got that Frisco.
You did,
Right?
That's right. You technically
I had to
helped
pay.
with the
It's like
shower.
rallies and checker being the same thing.
Yep.
Pretty much. And red burrito.
Yeah.
Okay, break time. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right, we'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio with your hosts, Pat Brooks and Bill Maddox. You can find out more by checking out the Facebook page, facebook.com/GPR The Man Cave. And now, our hosts, Pat and Bill.
All right, so we're back.
Well, Bill's still not here.
Oh, yeah. And Hump's here, but he's watching an interview.
Yeah, we're doing the Dennis Rodman interview where he breaks down and cries.
So, and then Lil Sonny, who was with us for a little while, has been lost to the bathroom.
I think he's token.
No, I think he's just pooping.
Is it with the door open?
I don't know.
Ew. Ain't nobody got to see that.
Ain't got time for that. So, but yes, what we talked about, we talked a lot of politics today, but we did talk about alcohol and whatnots. And, if you're just checking in now, check out Indiana on Tap. If you're in Indiana and want to catch a good deal on anything, on the home, like the microbrews and the brew pubs and all that other stuff. There's 52 members of this group, over $1,000 worth of free stuff. Free and discounts worth of stuff. Definitely worth it. Go to IndianaOnTap.com and go through. It'll become a member. Just go through the thing, and when it asks for a coupon code, type in Chambers 10, and it'll take $10 off your membership, and you get to have all of the stuff. We went to like 4 or 5 places, and it's already paid for it. So, in the free stuff, definitely something that you guys should go check out. But back to what we were talking about before. I had to get the shameless plug in a little bit.
It's not really a shameless plug.
Well, kind of is.
It's a shameless plug if you make money off of it.
It kind of is.
Oh, okay.
We actually have a discount code that you guys can use to save money. It helps the station, yes. I'm not gonna lie, but it saves you guys money, and you'll make money, and you'll save money in the long run. So, and you get to try out new stuff, because I would have never tried Three Wise Men in Muncie. Like, I wouldn't even known they were there.
I don't think a lot of people still know they're there.
Right, and it's right there by the Roberts Hotel. And
that's why, because nobody goes down there anymore.
Well, they've actually built it up. There's a lot of traffic through there. It's just you got to look at the windows like, oh, that's it. And we walked in and like, oh, the only reason we're here is because of this app.
Oh, I know, it's immaculate in there.
And I'll tell you what, here, go ahead and have this.
When I used to deliver ice, I have to go into the kitchen for Robert's Hotel.
Well, this is across the street from
I'm just saying, it's in every movie of every killing scene ever.
Well, no, that's the haunted hotel. That was the haunted hotel. It's now the lofts at the Roberts or whatever. So there's like loft apartments there. And I was like, I totally get the Ghostbusters vibe.
It's not the Hotel Roberts anymore, or Roberts Hotel anymore.
No, it's the lofts at the Roberts.
All right.
But it's totally like I feel like it's like you look at it, it's like I get the Ghostbusters vibe of like with that. It's not as big as ornate as the house that Dana Barrett lived, or the apartment building that she lived in.
Yeah.
But it totally has that feel to it. It was like, that's totally haunted.
I'm going to die today, aren't I?
Like, I expect people to,
there.
I expect the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man to be walking down the street.
Stay puffed.
I couldn't help myself.
It can't be.
It just popped in there.
What did you do, Ray?
Back in the summer, we would roast Stay Puft marshmallows by the fire. What did you do, Ray? It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
This is a way to go out killed by a 50-foot tall marshmallow.
Hey, he's a sailor.
We'll just hook him up with the lady or the Statue of Liberty. She's naked under that toga. She's French.
What do you got for me, Egon? Sorry, Vinkman. I'm terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought.
Hard to believe he's dead.
Ramis?
Yeah, Harold Ramis.
Oh, yeah. He's dead?
Yeah.
Yep. Last year or 2 years ago?
Something like that.
Is that why that horrible Ghostbusters was made?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
No, I think he greenlit that.
Well, no, actually, they paid the compliment to him by having
They're
him
gonna make
appear
a
as a
sequel,
ghost or whatever.
They paid him all
Like,
right.
as a bust. Like, he was something. I don't know. I watched it, and it was like, oh, my God, this is horrible.
You wasted an hour and a half, or was it an hour and 45 minutes?
Because I had to review it. And then I turned around and wrote the review, and then looked how they were treating reviews. So I turned around and said, I wrote a review. I'm going to link to a female review of the thing. And she says everything that I thought was wrong with this movie. And that was the review. I said, here, go check her review out. Nobody yelled at me and called me racist or sexist or whatever, but, you know.
Oh, I didn't realize June 8th was Ghostbusters Day. National Ghostbusters Day.
He's been dead for 4 years.
And it's June 8th because that's when it was released in 84.
Who?
In 1984,
Yep.
June 8th, they released the Ghostbusters. So June 8th from now on is Ghostbusters Day.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yep. June 8th is National Ghostbusters Day.
That was the summer after my freshman year, or not my freshman year, my summer after my kindergarten year.
I was going to say, good Lord. You're not that old.
1984, I was 10 years old.
I was in kindergarten.
I'm going to put that in my calendar from now on.
I was a kindergarten. Well, I'm just coming out of my
Dear
kindergarten.
God, man, he had a lot of... Jesus.
Who, Ramus?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he had a bunch of movies.
I'm looking at all the ones he directed.
Like
His first
Caddyshack,
movie was...
1968.
Why can't I never...
Animal House.
Animal House. That
His
was
first-
it. His first one was Animal House, wasn't it?
84 was Ghostbusters. Caddyshack was 1980.
Wasn't he a co-writer?
Animal House was 1978. I'm thinking... Yeah. Hold on.
I thought Animal House was his first... I don't know if it was his first film, but it was his first big one.
I think it was one of his
Mind
very
If We Dance
first
with Your
big
Bass?
ones.
1978. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Meatballs was 1979. So, yep.
I always get this theme song from Meatball stuck in my head. Are you ready for the summer?
The guy that they always put him out in the middle of the ocean on this bed, on the
bed.
lake on the bed.
The camp director.
Damn it!
I know he wrote like the TV show. It was a TV movie in '76, and he did some Super Bowl documentary that he wrote for in '76.
Here you go.
But like
He directed
the next,
Heavy Metal, 1981.
the next thing is like the Super Bowl documentary, some TV show, and then like Animal House, Delta House, SCTV, Meatballs, Caddyshack, Stripes, SCTV. Rodney Dangerfield, then you get the Ghostbusters, Back to School, Club Paradise, Armed and Dangerous.
Now, Club Paradise, that was Robin Williams? Or am I thinking
Yes,
something different?
I think so. Club Paradise. Hold on.
Robin Williams, Peter O'Toole, Rick Moranis.
We got
There
to
you go.
kill the white people.
What is today, the 15th?
All day.
Now if you're looking at like stuff he directed, like the very first thing he directed was Caddyshack. So he wrote Animal House.
It's National Flip Flop Day.
That's what I thought. He was wrote it or co-writer of Animal House.
He was one of the co-writers of Animal House, and like actually was with like the National Lampoons.
Yeah.
He was a part of that whole thing. So as they were working on stuff, but he directed. First thing he directed was Caddyshack, then National Lampoon's Vacation.
Did you hear how they actually got what he did to the guy that played Niedermeyer in Animal House?
Mm-mm.
He was one of the last guys cast.
Yeah.
Because they were looking for somebody special for it. And when they hired him, they interviewed him, and they decided to hire him. Well, they took him to lunch because the cast was already filming certain parts of. And when they walked into the lunchroom, Harold Ramis noticed that the guys from, John Belushi, all them, or
Yeah.
Jim Belushi, and all them were sitting at one table, and all the guys from the other house, the uppity frat, were sitting at another table. The girls were sitting at another. He just walked him up right to the guys from, was it Alpha? Not Alpha House. God, what was their frat called?
Delta House.
Delta House. He walked up and he goes, "There he is. There's Niedermeyer. Get him!" And walked away. That's how he introduced him to the cast. He says, "There he is. That's Niedermeyer. Get him!"
Today is actually No, today is Nature Photography Day. Or National Flip Flop Day.
It's National Something Day every day.
Tomorrow's National Fudge Day.
Ooh.
And the 17th
Eating or packing?
is Global Garbage Man Day.
It's
by the
what?
way,
Global Garbage Man Day.
On what day?
The 17th. So day after tomorrow, Sunday.
you totally need like.
Father's Day. It's a double day for me.
By the way, Needlemeyer was played by Mark Metcalf.
Yeah. That's another guy. The guy that played Flounder died.
He was
like
also
8 years ago.
he's in a Twisted Sister video.
Stephen First.
Yeah, Stephen First. He died about 8 years ago, I think. It's been a while.
No, he died on June 16th. So we're coming up in 2017. So just last year.
2 years ago.
Yeah,
Just last year.
just last
Oh,
year.
yeah, this is 2018.
Complications from diabetes or something, wasn't it?
Did you know how he got the part for Animal House? He used to deliver pizzas. He
Hey,
would put his headshot and
I should've-
resume on the top of the pizza boxes, so when he would open it up, the first thing he would see was his face.
I should have totally done that.
We paid you in beer. Shut up.
And you haven't got rid of me since.
Oh, this is
Beer.
one for Jim. June 28th is National Bomb Pop Day.
Bomb pops. Yeah, there we go.
So he needs to have his cookout on June 28th.
I don't even think that's Is that a weekend?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It doesn't matter at this point.
July.
June 28th,
Well, July 8th.
It's on a
isn't it?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, July 7th or 8th is the next big one.
Today is Ed al Fitr, whatever the fuck that is.
It's Muslim.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, we get that every once
Like
in a while.
everybody's looking at their phone, looking
I
at
was
cool
looking at
stuff.
something because my phone.
I'm just zoned out over here.
My phone has certain dates that freeze on it. I don't know what it is. It's the national whatever uploads, And I'm trying to look at these things like, what the hell is that?
Well, I got looking at this because my calendar popped up, said that Juneteenth was coming up.
Yeah,
Juneteenth.
I'm like, the hell is
18th.
Juneteenth?
or
19th.
19th.
So I looked it up, and it's like, the abolition of slavery. I'm like, why in the hell is that in there?
You racist bastard.
No, I don't know where it came from, and what in the hell was that? Now my phone's doing something funky.
It's yelling at you, like,
Yeah.
you're a dirty bastard.
If you look at this, you'll get on the list.
I'm already on lists.
We're on all sorts of lists that I don't want to be on, and half of them are because of this show.
The
This
other
show?
half's because of
Yes.
Metal and Madness. And Jim.
What have we made you look up?
I don't know, but we've never had hate mail.
We haven't.
We should have, but we didn't.
No, creative editing.
Oh, yeah.
No, the let's see, brass cock knockers,
That started
Chocolate
with the brass
starfish.
asshole.
chocolate starfish.
Starfish.
I still get like weird Etsy things popped up in my feed
oh,
about
you want your
like,
asshole
Or wobbly
bleached?
sausages.
it's like chocolate. No, literally chocolate anuses.
Yep.
Do you know how long it took me to get
A chocolate
Oh
anus.
my god, here we go. Here we go.
I showed you the jacket of the faces and the skin and human
Yeah,
skin.
yeah.
Etsy kept sending me updates on that jacket for a month. Because, God forbid, nobody wanted it.
Yeah, I bet not.
Was it made out of human skin?
Yes,
And you can actually see
Really?
the faces
with
in it.
faces on it.
How much?
Oh, God, I hate you.
Because there's got to be something about that that's haunted.
Here we go.
But she had people sign off on it and everything. That's how she was able to do it. Whoever created it. I remember reading about it.
Oh, so they
It's called
donated their face?
Ed
Yeah, it was-
Gein, the Ed Gein
The
jacket.
Ed Gein
Did you
jacket.
look it?
Yeah.
Did you find it on Etsy?
Yeah,
How much is it?
A couple $100.
Really?
it
Wasn't it?
is. I don't think it's on there anymore. No, like I'm
I
looking now. It's
I don't
no longer
want
there.
it, but I would take a look at it. I mean,
There's a human skin wallet for $45.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Human skin shoes?
what do you search for when you look for something like
Human
that?
skin jacket.
Human skin stuff.
Yeah.
There it is. Etsy. Bam. Human flesh. Etsy.
The one thing that has popped up is the Hodor doorstop for me. That's
The wallet is $50. You're correct. Oh, there's one here for. Oh, one's got an eye sewn into it. That's $65.
Now I understand why I don't get the weird shit, because you guys look it up for me.
500
Stitched flesh wallet, $50.
human skin jacket, $548.85.
There you go. Yep.
That's
And it's got faces in it. It's got faces in it.
Hold on, I'm trying to pull the picture up for.
I don't
Stavern.
think these are made out of actual human skin. I think they're.
That is
just-
made of human skin. It's been certified.
I must find this.
I just don't.
$548.85.
Because if you just
Yep.
search for.
Don't wait. There's only one available.
Right?
You think?
And it's from the UK.
Oh no. Overview. Handmade item. Made to order. Gift message available.
Oh God. Here you go, you sick fuck.
Description. Human skin jacket. These are made to order. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Ready to ship in 2 to 3 weeks from the United Kingdom.
Look at that.
I sent you the link on Facebook, by the way, to the one
What the
that we're
hell is
looking at.
that?
That's a wallet with an ear and a face on it.
Oh my God.
Have you seen the shoes?
No, wait.
No.
Check
Look
out
up
the link
human
I just
skin
sent you.
shoes.
This is from San Diego, California.
I hate you because they're gonna send me updates for the next month again.
And the
brought
shop
it
is
up.
called The Flesh Crafter.
It's a woman.
I don't think this is real flesh, to be honest with you. I mean,
It's
I
been
think
certified.
Well, yeah, but
Because you can get, I mean, hell, people give their bodies to
quote
science.
stamp. Okay, I do need this stamp that says "may contain human flesh," just because that'd be creepy to send it out to everybody. Put that stamp on her. Oh my God!
Yeah, I just sent you the link for the jacket. It's got faces. Like, there's a face right here on the
Right there in
front.
the back.
There's a face in the front.
What is that?
It's got eyes in it. I know that.
Is that a purse?
It doesn't really. It's a totem of some kind.
I was gonna say, do you want me to hold my tongue and say it? And then, I saw that one day. 'cause I was
Oh
looking for
no,
something.
it's a bra.
Really?
Honey,
Yep, take a closer look there.
I found you a bra.
Yeah.
Any woman
God,
wears
that's
that, marry her.
No, run like hell.
No.
Well, sooner or later, you'll be on a jacket. You'll be famous. You'll be on ID television before you know it.
Yeah. Okay, no, I'm sorry.
Chambers is not laughing because he knows what's on ID
It's
television.
it's not a bra. It's one
Sure.
of those.
Oh,
It's just a
like a
necklace.
Oh, okay. You notice that girl ain't smiling?
Like I said,
She's like, get
check
this thing
out
off
the-
of
Well,
me.
that's because it's a mannequin.
check out the link that I sent
Imagine this,
sent to
because
you.
I'm not
Find
wearing
no
it.
fucking yeah.
And look at
I
that
couldn't
crap.
find anybody to wear it.
Because, like I said, straight up, there's a face in, like, on the front of it, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 faces.
Mommy, I saw Daddy. Daddy's dead, honey. She's been dead for years. But Mommy!
He just walked down the street.
Like, straight up.
Wow.
Now, is that supposed to be considered art, or what the hell is that?
Yeah, it's art.
A horror movie?
You notice that it would be... I wonder if you ordered that and they shipped it here, that customs would go, nope.
This is getting sent to the inspectors.
Right? And it's like, no, you can't do that. But no, I'm sharing with everybody. That way, they all get the same Etsy.
Nope. Not paying attention. Nope. Stop coming into my phone. Haven't got it yet anyway.
Actually, somebody had it up on Facebook like just last week.
That's,
So I sent it to him, and I sent it to him. You've already seen it, so.
Okay, the faces and skins are made of colored and finished latex silicone laminate, so they are flexible and soft. So that's not real skin.
that makes me feel just a little better.
But the jacket was supposedly.
Well,
I
this is
remember
the
reading
jacket
about
I'm
that.
looking at. If you from the Flesh Crafter, it's
the flesh crafter.
The one I read about, the lady actually had people signed off on it. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the original one, but that sold,
Like
apparently.
she said, those are made to order. You think? But she only needs... You know what's the scary part? She only needs 2 to 3 weeks.
Right?
She must have a dealer.
I got to hook up.
maybe she's a stripper serial killer.
In the UK?
Could be.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Very
You know,
well
that's-
could be.
keep her over there.
Never catch her.
Well, Her business must be slowing down because you can't carry a knife in town anymore in the United Kingdom.
Well, she's, just hiding it better.
I guess you can carry a knife, but there's a size thing on it in the UK. I can't remember how it goes. Some of them, the big knives, some of it's illegal.
I know they're 6 inches. Most screwdrivers don't even pass the...
Let me know when they get to the point where they're cutting people's arms off because you have to be unarmed.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's going down to.
Hey, if I ever have a body part that I have to amputate, I'm making a book out of it.
Well, they just arrested some journalist for reporting on something they didn't want to report on. A court case or something.
Yeah.
Well, no, like I said, I'm straight up. Like if I lose a leg from anything or an arm,
I want it back.
I am turning around and I'm going to take the skin. I'm having the skin used to bind a book.
Did you hear about the guy that got
the motorcyclist?
Yeah, I got his leg mangled.
And they cooked him up and ate him.
They couldn't save his leg, but he requested it back, so they marinated it, cooked it up, and ate it in like tacos or some crazy shit.
Tacos.
Fed to his friends. They knew what they was eating too.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey,
hired a professional chef.
Hey, dinner's on me.
The guy had a motorcycle accident, and his leg was mangled beyond repair, so they amputated. He petitioned the hospital to get his leg back, and they asked him why he had to do that. Well, he had to get court permission to do that. So he petitioned the court, and the court said, yeah, go ahead. And he hired a professional chef, told the chef what he was doing. The chef marinated it overnight, and they have the recipe online. And then he cut it up, fried it, and served it. And he said, and I quote, "My foot was the toughest part of the meal."
I taste delicious.
He said when he got around the heel, it was a little chewy.
Yeah, but they basically, his leg was so bad, I guess there was no bone left.
Yeah, they said it was mangled beyond repair. So
basically, it was like, here, eat me.
But yeah, that was his decision.
Let's start with the leg.
And his friends went along with it.
How much of a good friend? Hey, guys, dinner on me. We're going to eat my leg. No, seriously, what are we having?
Here, eat me. Here, eat me.
Guys, I want you to have over for dinner.
Eat me.
Yeah.
Eat me.
What are we having? My leg. And it's going to be this sound.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You can.
Hey, that goes back to the card from...
if something like that ever happens, forget my invitation.
The card from...
Look, you're doing the smoking.
Right?
You were Bill's hired, man. Sorry.
Hey, I lost my leg. I need you to smoke it. We're going to eat it.
At what point do you go to your... How good a friend do you have to be?
Apparently, I don't have any. Because nobody would eat me.
I like all kinds of meat.
But not the long pig?
I'm going to draw the line at human flesh.
You're not a fan of the long pig?
I am not going to be the Donner Party. I'm not going to...
Yeah.
Do you know if you go to a place and register and they ask you for your family, your last name, and you go Donner, they won't even put it down? I had a lady at Texas Roadhouse ask me for ID.
Really? Most of them now are young enough they wouldn't even know you're talking about.
Right.
Imagine sitting at Texas Roadhouse
Donner,
and
Party
you're eating
5.
a Donner,
But
Party
that's
of
my
12,
favorite line
Party
from the
of 4.
cartoon was Pinky and the Brain,
Party of 3,
the Christmas special.
Party of
Yeah.
2.
And Pinky comes in and says, "Hey, all the reindeer are getting together and have a party. It's at Donner's house. You want to go?" Never in my life do I have anything to do with the Donner Party.
Did you guys hear about...
That was on a Pinky and the Brain
Pinky and the
Christmas
Brain?
special.
It was last year, 100 reindeer died in freak lightning strike.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that.
Apparently, somebody's mad at Santa.
Well, can you imagine Santa walks out? Ho, 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 my God!
I believe that would be a Nordic argument, as we
It happened
established
more
on
than
the other
once.
Like,
show.
damn it, Thor.
It
Yeah.
happened more than once.
Hey, it's already cooked. We
Fred.
might as well eat it.
Freya got the wrong present.
Imagine that smell, all that burning hair.
Hey, but no, it's already cooked. It's flash cooked at that point.
It's like, is that the opposite of Flash
Or
Frozen?
Freya or Frigg. either one.
Right? I mean, it's literally like, that many voltage.
We're gonna have a barbecue. How much? As much as you want.
An electric strike will flash cook flesh. So you're just turning around and say, like, okay, it's already 160 degrees. Let's eat it.
Oh, I got a friend on Facebook, and he shared some video. It was South America
Reindeer's
somewhere.
amazing.
They were pushing this big, tall metal ladder. You remember, like, you used to see the big ladder-like things they moved around at the schools? So they could change
The sky
lights.
lifts or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, this ain't skylift. It's just pushed around. It was on wheels by hand, and they're pushing it. And the one guy is, like I said, South America somewhere. He has no shoes on. They run right to an electrical line. You see his feet catch on fire.
Ouch.
Well, they've had repeated episodes of guys getting struck by lightning, and it blows the shoes off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's got to go out somewhere.
Some of them guys getting the high tension or the high voltage lines that blow like their arm off.
Look up pictures.
Yeah,
of
but
guys,
that's one of
No.
those things. That's one of
guys
those
trying
things
to
that
rob
they have.
power stations.
No.
They get in there with them cutters.
Yeah.
And
They
they
start.
make a connection.
Yeah, the arm.
Well, you're talking about the guys on the
This much of the
high
arm's left,
lines,
it's laying on the ground. This part's just burnt off.
like the guys
It's just-
that are actually
it's some
up
sick
on the,
shit.
in the
They
air and
just-
doing whatever. They are so like normally that is unless you mess up and don't do something right.
But
You
look
were
at all
in-
that copper.
You are
pop.
insulated from. I mean, because you're not grounded. That's the point.
Now, some
Once
of them-
you grind or you ground, your extremities explode.
Everybody's seen the video of the squirrel going hop, 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 hop on the high tension wire, and they're like, "How's that happen?" Wait till he grabs both at the same time. That'll never happen. Pop!
And then he explodes.
Yeah,
into
where's
a
he
pink
gone?
Mist.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Well, I've watched. It was a video. They was showing it was the guys working on high tension lines. He gets out of a helicopter. They lower him down. He's wearing a chainmail suit.
Because it's like a
It goes
Faraday
to the suit.
To
cage.
send the electric around him. Yep.
And then he's clipped to the chopper because it dissipates out through the chopper through the rod.
Yeah,
Special
Yeah,
rod.
because they're not because it's not grounded to the ground. It doesn't go through them and immediately explode them.
It travels around.
But
Yeah, look up pictures of thieves at a power station.
they have a job. You know the orange balls
for
that are on the high tension
20 bucks
wires.
worth of copper.
They have a guy that does that.
It just suspends down and goes click, and then like
Well, no, he's in the chopper. They land the chopper because he's hooked into the chopper, and they give him the ball. The chopper takes off, hovers by the light. He clips onto the
and it kind of suspends down from the chopper and clicks it on the ball.
no,
and
he stays in the chopper. He never moves.
does he really?
Yeah, he clips his harness to the chopper, and then his other harness to the cable. So the cable and the chopper are now one through him.
Yeah.
He clips the ball on, locks it in, unclips. They land, grab another one, and he goes right back up and does it again.
Well, yeah, it's the same principle of like I can grab an electric fence as long as I'm touching you.
Right now, you think about it though. He's clipped between the chopper himself, and the high tension wire or the electric wire. A high volt wind comes in, and the chopper goes left, and the cable's to the right. I did that backwards, but he's suspended in midair.
It still doesn't get shocked. He's being pulled apart.
Right. I mean, you think about that. That's got to be scary. That's like the guy that works one day a year for $40,000, changes that one light bulb. You know, that's
At the
what?
very top of
Yeah.
the very. I watched videos of the guy, and where they climb all the way up, like clipping off, and only when they need to rest.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time they're like free climbing.
What's it take an hour for him to get up there?
About 20 minutes is what I watched.
Okay. Under perfect health.
Yeah, just
So anybody here would probably be a day.
It's like click, click.
Well,
click.
it was the first. It was one of the only videos I ever watched on YouTube that about made me physically ill.
Yeah, because he's got his phone. He's like, "Hey, look, hey!"
Yeah.
He's swinging
And
all
he
around.
finally
You're
got
just
to the
like,
very top, and he's like, "Yeah, look where I'm at."
Well, and that and there's more room on this table to stand and do what he had to do than what he actually had at the top of that tower.
Yeah, and he's just.
And
up
he had
there going,
another guy
And
with him.
Yeah, and he wasn't. There wasn't enough room for both the guys to get up there on top of the tower.
No, because he had one
And
guy
he
that was
didn't have
below
anywhere
him.
he could clip off.
Yeah, because he was just sitting up there.
He didn't have room to sit. He was just up there standing,
And-
kneeling.
Anybody's been on something over 100
I think
feet,
I would have a parachute.
the wind.
They didn't have the room for it, and the wind.
The
You know,
wind-
I'm talking about like
you're
on
moving.
like,
Yeah, I
like,
know.
like,
That's what I thought, but he didn't. They didn't have anything.
and be like do 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 do, and
It
then
was
like and like oh, so you got to climb down. I'd jump away, base jump off.
It was
the
a
top of the
total.
tower.
It was a total free climb, and they actually only clipped off to the tower when they stopped to take a rest break.
Yeah.
right.
And he had the bag was suspended below him, like
On a-
airborne style,
Yeah.
Tools
you know, D-Day
and-
style.
Yeah.
And then pull it up ever so often, and other than that, it was just a free climb.
And you know what's funny? And that's
government-
not out of the. That is what the people who work on the cell phone towers, radio broadcast equipment, any of the high towers that you see, that is what they do every single day. That is their job.
F that.
Not mine.
Most of the people for really about the towers, though, they go in the little building, pull out their laptop, and they all do it from there.
No, because sometimes you have to literally make.
Well,
the
I understand,
connection.
but most of the time they do it from the ground.
Totally different job. I know because I'm in the broadcasters thing, and they talk about the guys that go up there as like heroes. They're like, yeah, we had an issue with our tower. We had to turn around and check the antenna at the top of the tower. Here's the video. It was like a similar video to that, but they also shared that video you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's him climbing up, and this is like watching this guy just go, just straight up climbing from the bottom up.
Well,
and
you
it's
get
like,
used
here
to
you
it.
go.
I mean, it's just like any job, you get used to it.
That'd been a good job for Hobbs.
Any tower that requires aircraft lights,
Yeah.
I'm not climbing to the top of.
Right?
I'm not climbing one that doesn't require aircraft.
Right?
So you're saying that the 32-foot tower that we're putting outside, you're not going to climb up
I'll
to the
just
top?
say this: if God wanted me up there, He gave my ass wings.
I'll go up in a heartbeat. Heights don't scare me one bit.
Well, like I said,
Well,
I
now
have
your blood pressure isn't an
a problem either. It's like totally have a 32-foot tower that we're getting put out here.
Heights never did scare me. It's always the falling that gets me.
It's a sudden stop at the end that kills you.
Oops.
You know what? I can climb up the side of
one
a tower.
you got now doesn't work.
It's just a pole and it's wibbly.
Woobly.
When wind blows, I go, it's a whole lot of money at the top of that thing.
Wobbly sausage.
I'd much rather have a structured tower
He
that
needs a structured
won't
sediment.
go anywhere when the wind blows
Ideally, we'll put it on a hinge so we can just lay it down across the yard.
and then pull it up.
Yep. And not having to actually erect the tower.
But I gotta attach it to the
Talk
side
to
of the
sexy.
building.
Come on, tower. Come on, tower.
Got to
Bing.
rub it just right.
There we go.
But then I still gotta attach it to the side of the building, so somebody's got at least gotta climb up to the very bottom of it and zip. I can
You
do
can
that.
from the side of the house.
That's what I'm saying. Like from the side, I will climb that because it's not going back and forth and blowing with the wind like a
You
ladder
said
would
30,
be.
32 feet?
32 foot is what the tower height is.
You're 3 stories up.
Right,
It's
and
not
that
that
would
high.
put that would put the antenna just above all of the houses immediately in the area, and would give our broadcast.
Gets rid of the dead zone that we're in.
Because I was
Yeah.
on top of the house there, or Eddie's old house there on Monroe Street. That's tall. You're the tallest point in Ellick.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
I don't know. I think the bell tower right over here would be the tallest point in Ellick.
I don't know. Just telling you what I was told.
Like you climb up into the bell tower and realize that they got rid of the bells a long time ago. It's just a speaker
Talking about for St.
right
Mary's.
over here, the Methodist Church.
Oh, the old United Methodist?
The one that used to just they replaced all the bells with loudspeakers,
Yeah.
and
Just play a track.
they just play a track from downstairs, and you still have to climb all the way up there to fix the speaker. So you're literally standing like 75 feet above the city,
It would have been
which is taller than any of the buildings in town.
it would have been cheaper and more maintenance friendly to just leave the bell up there. You know?
No, because one speaker is like a tenth of what the bell would cost. And
Right,
you'd only
but
really
you
change
never
like
have-
one of the speakers.
You never have to change the bell again.
Well, yeah, no, that's the thing. They would have to change the bells
Why?
because they would ring every whatever, and like they were having issues, so they went to the PA.
Wait a minute. They had to change the bells.
It was actually cheaper for them to go to a PA than put bells back in the system.
Why?
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm
it's a
just
bell.
saying.
You pull a rope. It rings.
I'm just saying that
That's easier said than done.
Well, you got to have some balls to be able to pull the bell.
You gotta
Which
have
is
balls to not let go of the
probably
rope.
why the church had problems.
They actually had a.
what I'm just saying is it's just cheaper to
Copy
do the
of
light
Liberty
system.
I also found out it was like the original Kings Island.
Do what?
Where we was working at today actually had a copy of the Liberty Bell hanging out in front of it.
Oh yeah.
And also found, you can tell that it's been abandoned for a while, but at one time it was an amusement park. And I guess it was like originally I guess the people that did Kings Island owned it, but it kept flooding, so they moved closer to Cincinnati and built Kings Island.
Nice.
It closed. It was opened back up again, called something else, and it closed in 1977. So all the buildings inside, and you can tell because roofs are falling in and stuff like that, have not been touched since 1977.
Wow. That'd be kind of cool to see.
It was neat, but they've taken part of it down because they're doing some other stuff with the area now. But yeah, it stretches out a good ways. You can tell still part way where the old parking lot is because the things for the lights, the big concrete things, lights on.
Well, what was it? It was Coney Island, right?
For what?
Before it was Kings Island.
No, Coney Island's
Coney
out
Island
on
is
the East
actually
Coast.
south. There's a Coney Island on the south side of Cincinnati.
So Coney Island is in New York.
Well, I know that, but they did another Coney Island. It was a...
There's one on the south side of Cincinnati.
Okay.
But Kings Island has always been Kings Island, but the way Jim looked it up because he was wondering because we could tell it was something. And he looked it up and he said basically the owners of Kings Island built that first, but it kept flooding. And then somebody else, I don't know if they kept it or bought it, but it finally closed down in 1977. But there's no roller coasters or anything like that still standing, but there is some structure standing and some other stuff.
Isn't there in Gatlinburg an old deserted amusement park?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that I know of. There's not enough room in Gatlinburg for anything to be abandoned and left.
Right. Nothing would be left. I mean,
Where the hell's that?
Now, I don't know what they did with Opryland, but it closed back down years ago. That was one of my favorite places as a kid.
God, Etsy keeps popping up. Here we go.
But Dollywood's north, basically right outside of Pigeon Forge. But there's nothing abandoned there.
There we go. Abandoned amusement parks. Is that in Indiana?
There's a few.
Six Flags over in New Orleans?
Now that's a neat one to watch. They did a show on that. I think it's actually called Abandoned. It was on Vice Channel.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And they went into New Orleans Six Flags, and it's amazing how much Mother Nature's taken back since
Yeah, Six Flags
Katrina.
is the number one eeriest or creepiest vacant place. I'll tell you somewhere it's creepy. Have you ever been back at the old dirt racetrack here in Ellick
Mm-hmm.
during sundown? That starts getting a little creepy back in here.
It happens.
That was a Travel Channel. Creepiest abandoned amusement parks in America that are underwater.
That are underwater.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah, Opryland closed down in 1997.
97?
Yep.
Wow.
It opened in 72 and shut down 97.
Well, last I heard, everything's been built back up for the most part in Gatlinburg since the fire here a few years ago.
See, we went a couple years after the fire, and downtown Gatlinburg didn't get touched.
Yeah.
Chippewa
But
Lake
it was
Park
cool
in
because
Ohio?
you drive from Pigeon Forge to Gatlinburg, and you're on that road that has the creek in between it.
Yeah.
And every hill, the trees were burned up about that far, and there was nothing on the ground because it all burnt.
Yeah.
And we got down to Gatlinburg, and you look at the top of the hills, and they'd already started rebuilding some of the cabins and stuff that had been burnt.
Yeah.
But you could still see, when we was down there, you could still see what the fire did.
Yeah.
All because two idiots was playing with matches, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen the movie Cry Baby with Johnny Depp?
Yes.
You know the original, there at the end where they have the theme park? Bam.
Okay.
It's in Maryland, 1955 to 1995. It's called the Enchanted Forest. It's number
Doesn't sound very enchanting.
10.
Right?
Haunted now, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to Six Flags, New Orleans now. Hell, there's gators living in there and poisonous snakes.
Yeah, they said
it's
swamp,
turning back
it's
into a
swamp.
swamp.
Yeah.
They said as soon as the power went out and the pumps couldn't work, they said it just wasn't worth trying to rebuild it.
Yeah.
Is this, Brian, is this what you were talking about? Chippewa Lake Park in Ohio?
I don't know where's that.
Chippewa Lake Park in Ohio? That's all it says. The tumblebug spins no more at Chippewa Lake Park.
No, I don't think that's it.
So I sent here a couple of weeks ago. I sent my Zippo in. Well, it was wife's Zippo. The lid on it wasn't quite closing, or it wasn't making that click. So I sent it in, printed off. Well, I printed off the repair form, and it was like, I think it was like $3.50 to mail it back to him, and hell, I got it back about 2-week turnaround.
Yeah.
Whole new damn lighter.
Oh yeah, because they're not going to repair it. They're just going to
Well,
open it.
I actually got to looking at it. I think they did repair the hinge on the case. I think they did actually repair that. But the inserts, instead of fixing the inserts in it, they just put all brand new inserts in there.
Actually, this enclosed in.
So it was like $250 or $350 to get a whole new lighter. Really?
Oh no shit! Just sent it in. They sent you a brand new one.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, they
Zip was a warranty for life, though.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, they're definitely worth it. I mean, especially when you spend, like some of the back when I first started buying them, they were expensive. $30 lighter. Now you can find like a $10, $15, for the plain old stainless.
Yep.
And hers is one of those purple female lighter, the thinner ones.
Yeah.
So, and it hadn't worked right for years, and I'd always meant to get a hold of them or send it back and get it repaired, and I finally got around to doing it. Now she's quitting smoking.
Yeah, see, my used to be for my
I love
brother
my
for
son.
Christmas. I'd get him. They always have limited edition stuff. Like one
Yeah.
year, I got him the Lionel Train limited edition Zippo, and
Yeah.
I got him 3 or 4 of them before I finally quit doing it because he gave up smoking. But now he's smoking cigars every once in a while.
Well, you can still collect them. I mean, my father-in-law, he's still my father-in-law, got me a Budweiser Zippo.
Yep.
I've never even put fluid in it.
Yeah.
But I got it all set up so I could, but I keep
I
it
know a lot of
at 10.
people that do that. They just
Yeah.
nope. I got a Zippo that nobody else has in the world.
What is it?
It's a Buffy the Vampire Slayer Zippo.
Yeah,
There's only one ever made.
How'd you
And
get
I
that?
own it. Huh?
How'd you get that?
My cousin made it.
Oh.
Bought a plain Jane Zippo like Chambers has got there,
Oh, okay.
and then
$15 Chrome special.
I mean, no, it's an actual Zippo though.
Well, yes,
No,
so's
that-
his.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, and then he contacted whoever had the copyright of Buffy's picture, which was probably Sarah Michelle Gellar, and she signed off on it, and he put it on there.
Well, this is the next one that's going to get sent back because
I had to do that.
it was tight. At my uncle, I got
It
it
was
from my
tight.
uncle. There was nothing wrong with it. Now, if you open it up, you can wiggle the. My son got a hold of it for like 10 minutes.
You know why? I can guarantee you what he was doing.
Yeah, he was flicking it open and doing the
Trying
whole
to snap it, or
yeah,
doing
like-
it on his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it loosened the crap out of the thing. My uncle would always, he used it his entire life, since he got it. He would click it open, light a cigarette, click it back, and not mess with...
It still makes a sound.
No, it
Yeah.
does. It just...
It's wobbly.
The
Needs fluid.
thing is loose.
Now, the bad thing about that Zippo that I got,
There's no way to tighten that either, is there?
They can at the factory. There's a little hinge pin in there because you can see where it's kind of jacked up.
Yep.
They'll
And it's
just
because my son was like, I'm going to try to flick it open and light it.
they'll
at the
drip
same
that
time.
pin
One
out.
hand.
Because if you look, and take the insert out and look, that's actually a separate piece.
Okay, so it
You
does
know,
have a pin through it?
Yeah. Well, you got to really look down in there. There's a little flap that they've just kind of like little tack, not really a tack weld, but it's just
Yeah.
kind of spot, and that's what.
What keeps it tight?
Yeah.
I would
So
be...
that's what they'll wind up doing. They'll take that off,
or
knock
even
it
just
out,
giving a whole new outside. and
Probably.
leave the
clock
inside.
it, or they'll. Well, I don't know. I mean, you said it was your uncle, so I didn't know if you were going to put sentimental down on the. Because
Yeah,
that's
I
the
mean,
way
it
they
is
can fix it.
sentimental.
Well, then you check sentimental on it,
yeah, they won't replace it if
and
it's sentimental.
yeah,
They'll
if
fix
if it's sentimental, they'll do what they can to fix it the best they can. And I think that's all they'll really have to do is take this off. You'll get it back, and it'll look brand new, but
They'll send it back with a letter. You're fucked.
yeah,
Don't know about you, but
Thank you for the $3.95.
you'll probably get
For
a new.
postage.
You'll probably get a new insert. I mean, you might. I don't know. That's
Well, that Zippo
yeah,
I
unless
had,
is there anything wrong with the insert?
No, there's
I didn't say because if you send it back once and tell them everything that's wrong with it.
like I said, I don't know. All I know
Because
is
they
that
actually
that
say
hinge is the only thing.
if there's an issue with the if there's an issue with the insert, they actually say that it's cheaper for them to go ahead and just
put
give
a new
you a
insert.
new insert than
Right.
to actually physically repair whatever's wrong with the insert.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's sentimental, they'll do what they can.
Like I said, honestly, it's a 94, I think is what we looked up. I think that's the difference between the one you have, which is the exact it was
93.
similar.
It's a 94.
It's like either 93 or 94. And then yours was a 2000 something.
I probably haven't seen my Zippo in probably 10 years. I know where it's at, but I've never touched it.
This was made.
I think I might have owned one at one time. I couldn't tell you.
We
Probably.
looked it up at one time. I can't remember, but he had it forever.
I think anybody that smoked at one time had a Zippo.
Are you sure this is the one he had?
Mhm.
You're 100% positive this is the same lighter,
Yeah.
even if there was another one.
No, that was the
I
one
just pulled that off a shelf that he had it sitting on.
Okay, well, because
I don't know how long he had it. I'm just saying I can looking back, he had that lighter for at least the last 10 years of his life.
Okay, when did he die?
Like 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay, because
the one you have was the 2000 something. That one was the 90. We actually looked up the number on it.
yeah, 06. Okay, because this was made in December. Because that's the thing about Zippo lighters. On the left, they have a letter,
Mhm.
and obviously A through K, and whatever A is obviously January, K is December, and then on the right you have your number for the year that it was made. Well, what kind of threw it off? I mean, this is stamped 06, but I think they done that in the 90s, because after 2000 they went to Roman numerals. So December of
So what
96.
What was the stamp? I'll just look it up.
K for the December, and then your number stamp is 06.
What is it? See, you say K
Yeah.
06?
Yep.
1995.
Okay.
So yeah, he had that before I graduated high school.
K06 is 95.
Makes sense to me.
Sure. It's clear as mud.
No, I'm just saying. Like I pulled up the Zippo website and they said
Well, I kind of figured that's what you were doing, but still, those numbers don't even match.
right.
But
Well, I mean, by that
No,
time,
it could be a
97.
model year thing. It's like a late model or early model car too. That
Yeah, it was built in 18, but it sold for
made
19.
90. It's a 96 model released in 95.
Or like my 02 that was released really really late, so everything in it is 03
Right.
because it's like
You
the
guys
last
and your
model,
young in cars.
the last model that one of the last ones that came out.
What young in cars?
What year's
I got
your
an
Jeep, Pat?
88.
Oh, boo fucking who! I got
You're
an
young in
81.
car.
Where is that?
It's sitting over at the house.
Not running.
Hey,
No, it runs.
No, it runs.
Wait a minute, your Jeep don't run.
Yes, it does. After I got all the eddy out of it, it ran like a top. I got video of the motherfucker running.
Have you drove it yet?
I drove it home. Well, I drove it halfway home, and the damn flat spots on the tire shook the gas out of the carburetor, and so we pulled it the rest of the way.
You vibrated it clean.
Yeah.
I have
Diggy, diggy, diggy.
I have a 74 in the driveway that put a new
I-
battery in it. It'll run.
No, my truck. Well, technically, right now, my truck doesn't run either.
I got all your beat.
And
Shut up with your
the
goat.
GPO.
When's the last time you started that thing?
It's a big wasp nest right
A
now.
long time ago.
It's been a while. I know that.
long time
Got varnish
ago.
in it.
No, you drained the tank, didn't you?
Nope.
Oh.
It's got varnish in
It's
it.
got varnish in
But it's
it.
before the ethanol, so
No, he's fine then. It'll
Okay.
run.
it helps.
It's not going to be happy about it, but it'll run.
We got it. It was in a barn. We poured, was it training fluid or brake? Yeah, I think it was training fluid. Poured it in the carburetor because that'll help break everything loose.
Yeah.
Started the thing up. Drove it back home.
Well, my Jeep truck sat not as long as yours, but my Jeep truck sat in an outside field in Pendleton for 2 years, untouched. Fired right up once I put the distributor cap back on it.
Like, oh, this is what you need.
That guy was pissed.
Was this like the one wasn't it the same one you're talking about? Like, like, oh, hey, I'll pay for this, and we'll just drive it home.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, it won't start. You rewired it, and it fired right up.
When we got that Wagoneer, back when I had my Cherokee, Eddie wanted a Wagoneer. So at the time, my new grandma, I don't know, my step grandma, her son was selling a Wagoneer. It's a long, convoluted story. But he's like, oh, I can't get it to run. Well, we'll come take a look at it. He only wanted $250 for it. I was going to buy it my damn self, but Eddie was really, really wanted it.
Yeah.
So, and we went over there with the electrical kit and opened up the hood and looked and saw that, the amount of extension wire, like extension
Cord?
indoor extension wire.
Cord, yeah.
And we're like, okay, well, we're just going to start by cutting all this shit away. And I had a Haynes manual because, my Cherokee was an 81, Wagoneer was an 81. All the wiring, it's an AMC, so all that shit's the same. Open up. Started running wire. Paid for it. Guy comes out. He's like, well, you going to be able to get it out of here? Like, yeah, we're going to drive it away. We were working on it for half an hour, fired it right up. I think I might have made a mistake. I'm like, too bad he's already paid you, give you the title.
Right, everything's done.
We're done. So
on that note, we are done.
We are done.
Yeah, that time already.
This was the Man Cave. Like I said, I hope everybody went out and supported the Relay for Life and
had a good time.
ate some Carl's Jr. while they were at it.
Carl's Jr. Anything deep fried, hell, who cares?
He's going to call us
right?
one of these days and go, stop talking about me!
No, they're never going to do that. They're like, oh, we're not going to send them a check, but they can totally talk about us all they want.
Anyway, we'll be back next Friday. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Maybe with Bill.
Maybe with Bill.
Maybe.
Without. Maybe without me. Maybe without Brian.
But we'll be here.
Somebody will.
We'll talk at you later.
a day without metal, is it not?
Oh, you dirty whore.
We'll talk at you later.
Bye.
Say it.
Later.